Are we on the internet?
I like that you said hiya.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong. Sikya! Sikya!
Great. Good time.
Get off! Go to be alive on the internet today.
Yep. All right.
We are.
We're live? Hello, everyone.
Today.
And welcome. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1, part 2 of Teens with Attitude. I'm James, and I'm going to be your producer or GM for this session. And let's go ahead and introduce everybody and their characters, starting at the very top. Aaron.
Hey there, I'm Kenny. How y'all doing today?
Oh, God. I can't do this. I have to go.
What do you mean? It was fine last time. Now you got a big old problem with it?
It somehow got worse. Like, you were TV show Southern last time. You're like Yahal Southern this time.
So what? Should I tone it back like a little bit? Like, is this better? Like, not quite as
Yes.
overall wearing,
Yeah.
porcelain jug blowing into.
You came into the You came into the audition. You were like, "Daggone, I'll tell you what!" And everybody, I came up to you, the producer, and I said, "That was great, good Southern." And you were like, "That's how I talk." And I was like, "No, you need to talk less like that."
It's borderline Boomhauer, yeah.
Yeah, we need to turn down the Boomhauer dial.
Less Boomhauer, more Hank Hill. Find a medium.
But how great would it be if you just couldn't understand me because I was dang, how am I doing that?
No.
I like.
Then you could just say whatever.
Aaron's
assume I said.
Yeah,
it.
I agree. We should go help the children at the orphanage.
What's that? Timmy fell down the well. Hey.
His head might be dead. All right, so that's Kenny. He's a little Southern, and he's our jock. Moving on to Charles.
I'm also gold.
There you go. You're the gold team Rock Ranger.
I'm the gold ranger.
Rock Ranger.
Hello. I am Elijah. I hate being with every one of you right now.
That's like all of my other characters.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
I
like that was basically it. Wonderful. And you are our Platinum Ranger.
Yes, the Platinum Ranger, the Outcast.
Mm-hmm. All right, next we're moving on to Denitra.
Hello. My character's name is Deja. She is the popular one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if you're popular?
You know.
Yeah, the popular one, Purple Ranger.
Dance team or cheerleader, did you decide?
Both.
Oh, okay. I'm polyglot of dance.
Mm-hmm. Yup. Mm-hmm. And, I haven't decided which one she's the captain of yet. Probably the cheer squad.
That makes sense. Okay. Next, we're moving on to Addie, played by Michelle.
Fuck off.
That was Addie. Moving up. No.
I am playing Addie. She is the rebel of the group, thus the greeting. Yeah. I'm also the ruby red Robo Rock Ranger.
Very happy to have found 2 extra arts to throw into that, I'm sure. And last we have Oshin, is how it's pronounced, right? Played by
Correct.
Philip.
Correct. My name's Philip. I'll be playing Oshin, the blue, or sapphire, if we're going by gemstones here, range. And I am the brainiac. I am the brains of this whole operation, and I will lead us to victory as such. Probably not.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, smart. That's what you want to call it. Okay.
And we're already getting into our backstories just off the bat.
Can you really give him shit? You dated him.
Look.
You put your tongue in that.
Yeah.
You did.
Dated the face and body, not the brains.
Oh no.
It's all one package, baby.
I'm so proud of you. You're being so mean right now. Can't wait to see you do it in character, though. All right, so just as a recap.
This is hard.
I know it is, but you chose this, so this is what we're doing. Okay, mouse, come on. So for our session, just to do a little bit of a recap that I wrote down, our Radical Robo Rock Rangers are not yet Radical Robo or really Rock. What they are is a bunch of teens.
Rockin'.
Some of you. give it to some of you. But what you all are already is Teens with Attitude, which is the system we're playing in, by the way. It's a modification using the Powered by the Apocalypse rule set that plays into the totally 90s era of color teens, where you would have a bunch of different colored, like Rangers or Planeteers, or there's also Animorphs. A lot of different fun things with the system. It's very 90s, very cute. I suggest looking it up. Game by David...
Moo.
No.
That is a secret.
Y'all are a lot. I'm going to freeze the cameras for a second now. Until my mouse calms down. It's David Brunel Brutman. And thanks to him, we are playing this now. So with that, you all managed to have a pretty atypical morning for some of you, typical morning for others. But one thing that was very strange is that you all managed to wind up in detention. As you were in detention with each other, tempers were flaring, words were flying between a few folks, and there were certain other awkward interactions going on the side. But then that all got kind of abruptly stopped as a large explosion was heard off in the distance. Suddenly crashing into the room, a very dapper-looking woman with a white trench coat and fedora, who was sporting some really cool-looking shades and a mask over her face, threw a bunch of regular-looking glasses to all of you and said that you needed to become the teens that and fulfill your destinies, right before shattering out the window and running off, trying to slow down any advancers.
She ran into a classroom and then ran out a window. Like
Yes.
a crazy person.
Exactly so. And so that leaves all of you kind of dumbstruck in the moment in that spot. Would anybody like to do anything about the current situation?
So Deja's immediately like getting her bags, and she's just like, I don't know what any of that was, but there was an explosion, so I'm...
Oh, and that's right. Addie, you did put on the glasses, and you saw that it looked like there was something coming you guys' way. I remember you doing that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
They're very red. Everything is extremely red.
You're welcome. So if I need to find some stuff as like handouts that's like the old like Disney guide readers where you would have the blue and the red.
Yeah.
Full 3D glasses.
Yeah, the old read the secret code stuff.
Our office is 3D glasses.
Is Oshin is gonna see what's happening and ask everyone else. Do we have to stay here, or does this count as like an extra situation? We can leave now because I think we might be in danger. We probably shouldn't remain here, right?
Yeah, I'm planning on getting the hell out of here because, yeah, if there is an explosion, we don't need to be rotting away in detention.
Oshin, you said something very interesting at the very start of that statement. I'd like you to restate it for me. You were planning to
Leave detention?
leave detention, but you said you were going to look around?
Oh yeah, he's just like looking around at all the stuff like in the room. Like, is there any damage? Like we can see because we felt the shake, right? Or do we only hear it?
So, with that, I'm going to ask you to give me a Get the 411 roll.
Okay.
When you want to get the 411 on something, by doing research or observation of the situation, you would roll sharp.
Sharp. Okay.
And what this move does is it allows you to ask a few questions of me that I have to answer.
Okay. Well, I got a 10 plus 2, so 12. I'm gonna almost
Plus
size
1. You don't have a plus 2 in sharp yet.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm looking at the morph.
No worries.
Thank you.
So with that, you got an
So
11, which means that you get to ask me a question, and I must give you a full, truthful answer.
Okay. Is there, other than the damage caused by the lady in white, is there any damage to our room or the school that we can see?
There is not any immediate damage to the school that you can see, but I will also give you an add-in on that because you got such a nice roll. You do notice that it seems like there's damage slowly moving through the town, and it seems to be making its way towards you.
Okay. Then, yeah, Oshin will say that, guys, I mean, this is not good. I don't think we should be here anymore. You know, I mean, I don't want to leave and get in more trouble, of course. But I think the principal, they'll understand, right? We should.
You need to
we should
calm
leave.
down. Calm down.
Yeah, it's
No, I don't. I mean, I was first time in detention, and now I'm going to be like skipping detention, and I don't know. That could be bad.
And this is extenuating circumstances. We're just evacuating with everybody else. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Eli's gonna go over to the window. Can he see where this lady went? And how far is this jump?
So this is, I'm going to say it's second story.
Okay.
You see her running off quite a ways already down the road toward where the explosions are taking place. It seems like there might be something in her hand as she goes.
Can he go to Can he go to the door? I mean, she just came through the door, but like look out into the hallway to see if there is anybody else in the school still. Like
You're in after-school detention. It's
yeah, but they're usually like
in
after-school activities
in club
still-
rooms and such. But as far as the hallways go, not much going on.
Well, if everyone else felt this rumble or heard the noise, you'd think other people, if the people were around, would have like.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
That's
anything.
fair. There is a good deal of, as time is progressing now, there's a good deal of folks who are coming out the front of the school to take a look out at what's going on. Just bystanders looking out. Oh, wow, what's going on? Hey, did you feel that? What is everything? What's happening? So, you see that happening
said,
in the background.
I see like a heads-up display when I put on the glasses. Am
You
I able
do.
to like actually understand any of this stuff I'm seeing?
It looks like jargon. There are readings, something about geological composition. There's something about sources and levels. But as far as you are aware, since you just put these on, nothing much yet. Except you do hear something come through on the glasses as you wear them.
Okay. So she's like squinting and this is bullshit. What the hell is this? What do I hear?
Can you hear that? Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, do you have
Oh,
sounds
okay.
turned off for
Probably.
Roll20? Oh, you might want to turn the sounds on.
Okay.
Do we? Is it just her that hears it?
You can hear it coming from her glasses.
Yeah, I definitely turned master music volume all the way down.
Your
Is it
face
music
is
volume?
ringing.
Oh.
Dang, that's loud. I hear it all the way over here.
Is that a pager?
You notice
not
that there's a
mine.
little beeping light with
It's
a
a
button
chip
next
tune.
to it. Yeah, it is a chip tune. Does everybody remember the original Power Rangers whenever they were called?
Nice.
I've
Very
I've
cool.
been doing a few little things here and there. So with that, you do notice that there's a little button on your glasses. And it's flashing currently.
She booped it.
Oh, you booped it? Sorry, I have a lot of screens to look at. So as you boop it, you hear a voice come through on comms. Hello, Ranger. Are you all right?
Yeah. What? Yes?
I'm Al, your automated assistant. I'm here to try to help you out. You need to try to make your way to the factory. Can you do that? It's the old abandoned Sugar Rocks factory on the outside of town.
Isn't that where like drug dealers are?
Yes, that is the rumor that's been told. But, regardless, you're in grave danger. I need you and your 14 friends to make your way here. Post haste.
They're not my friends.
Oh,
Who is she talking to?
your, the acquaintances who are... there are 4 of the teens with glasses with you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we get glasses?
You did.
Yeah.
You were all thrown glasses before she shattered out
She
the
put
window.
them on, yeah.
Right. I remember now.
But the only one who put them on was Michelle / Addie.
Why? Who? Al? Who are you?
I'm Al, your automated assistant. And now, if you wouldn't mind, and you hear the explosions and screams getting closer, he says, I don't think you have much time. I need you to make your way to the factory, post haste. Bring your acquaintances with you, if you don't mind.
Why should I do that? I don't know who you are.
Ay. Listen. You're in imminent danger. If you can make your way here, I can assist you. But until then, I'm just a voice in your head.
Danger from who?
The Rubbles. They're coming for you.
Explosion, obviously.
The Rubble. The fucking Flintstones and the Rubbles are after us, you guys.
Guys, we're being attacked by the Flintstones. It's fucked up.
We do live in the Rock River Rad.
I mean, he's pretty strong.
Region.
That car goes fast.
Yeah, he's got really strong feet.
Mm-hmm.
So some dude in my glasses told me he wants us to go to the Sugar Rock factory because we're in danger here.
Where all the crackheads hang out.
Exactly.
I think we should do it.
Now, my
Why?
question is, do you usually hear voices in your head?
You heard the thing too.
I heard the beep. I didn't hear any voices.
I mean, obviously there's something going on. She just jumped out of a window with looked
Put
like
your glasses on. Put your glasses on. Nothing will be wrong.
Listen, you said it wrong. Say it right.
No.
Put your glasses on. Nothing will be wrong. I'm stealing that for later.
Put your glasses on.
You put your grass.
Look.
Oh, is it already a song?
Yeah, it's the opening for Berserk.
There's
Berserk?
Yeah.
The
Original anime.
80s
I
anime.
don't remember those words in it. Okay, so we have two other people with who have put on their shades so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Oshin will do it because he's curious about the voice.
Oh, see? There's weird shit.
As
Al! Beep, 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 beep. Talk to them.
Gladly. Welcome, everyone. I'm Al, your AI, your artificial assistant. I'm here to try to help the new Rock Rangers make their way through and to the factory so that I can assist you.
Okay,
Stop.
so we gotta go to the crackhead factory to help.
Yes, that is the lie that has been spread around so that people avoid the factory.
Mine's got a big old thumbprint like right in the lens.
She grabbed it and just
Alright.
chucked it at you, left a big old ink blot.
There's like, alright, so to avoid. So you said we're in danger. There's the explosions that we can definitely hear coming. You know what? But fuck it. Come on.
Why
Follow
is this
me.
so hard to believe?
Follow
Let's
me.
go.
Follow me. She.
Follow you?
Yes, because I'm the one with the fucking car. Let's go.
Oshin has to grab his backpack.
Aww. You guys start to make it out the door, and Oshin, you remember, oh no, my backpack. It's got all my stuff that I was toying with in it. And so you grab your stuff and start moving out. At this point, I do need to ask for a roll, but I'm trying to figure out what it's going to be. As you all...
Hey.
Yeah.
Does putting the glasses on count as breaking the rules?
What, no glasses in school?
No.
Okay.
I'll give
So
you some...
I just influenced everybody to do it.
So
That's
here's
only
the,
like a bad thing.
here's the thing, though. Did you just contribute to everybody leaving detention?
I did, yes.
Okay, would you like an attitude point for that?
If I don't need one.
+1.
It wasn't. All right.
All right, and as Addie gets a little attitude for being a rule breaker, everybody is starting to move out. As you start moving out into the outside, I assume you guys are going to take a side door or something out of the school. Preferably something closer to the parking lot from the sound of it.
Beeline in it, yeah.
Hit that bar. Go.
As you all run through and do all of that, you see some weird silhouettes off in the distance, and as you all are moving, you see with your shades, you hear a beep 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 beep. and you see them outlined. There's a lot of mineralogy facts that flash across the screen of your shades as you do that. And you are quickly making your way to Deja's car. At this point, you all see, as they come into the clearing of the smoke left from the destruction in their wake, 4 to 5 rock-like creatures that look like big clay men with craggy faces and gem-like eyes and protrusions coming out of all of them, of just like random rock types, slowly trudging their way towards all of you. I would
Shotgun.
I would like everybody to roll a keep your cool check for me.
How do you do that again?
It's the die on the left side. It'll open up a matrix, and you pick the 2 in the D6 column.
Oh, I just.
And then you
picked
just
one of them.
add. Or you can just do the second one.
No, you just have to. It's the second column has 2.
Go ahead and
Add it.
re-roll for me.
Let's
For
roll another one and add it.
you can if you want.
You said cool. What we're rolling now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep your cool. So that's a 9 plus cool for Addie. So that's going to be a 10, yeah? So you easily keep your cool. Deja, you also keep your cool with a 12. Elijah, you roll a 4. Not as cool.
Nope.
Kenny,
Oshin got a 6 total.
6 total. And I will remind all of you that at any point you're allowed to spend attitude in order to increase your roll by 1 per attitude point spent, if you really want to succeed on something and you have enough attitude to spare. With that in mind, 3 of you succeeded, 3 of you currently have failed to keep your cool. At which
Wait.
point, what?
That's 6.
2 and
That's
3.
Yeah.
I can math. 2 of you succeeded on the roll with bells and whistles attached. 3 of you failed. The girls, you are keeping your cool. The boys, you're kind of freaking out right now. At which point, I'm going to say...
You already heard me hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Oh my
Running
God.
didn't help.
Where's your inhaler, nerd?
I don't know.
It's all real. And he just kind of blanks.
Just, phew.
Ah.
All right.
Hey,
Wake up. Wake up.
hey. Make sure that thing doesn't hit my car.
How am I supposed to do that?
Is this like a Halloween horror night type thing? Are they like guys in suits or what?
That is not a guy in suit.
How do you know? He's like 20 feet away. You got
Look-
eagle eyes all of a sudden?
Look at your damn glasses.
I can't read any of this. It's bullshit.
Oh my god.
I
It's
failed organic chemistry.
It's something about rocks, and they're rocks. And he said something about rubbles, so, like, connect the dots, man.
Yeah, seriously.
I
Let's.
thought he was like the Hamburglar. He was like Rubble.
No, if you look closely, it's giving us specific readouts on different types of geology. Like, yeah, I get that you didn't pass the class, but if you read, like, it points out different, and there's maybe like weak spots, strong spots.
Yeah, they're
there's-
rocks. All rocks have a weak spot.
I don't feel like that's true.
Of course he can read. We're not...
I wasn't
We're not...
asking you, God.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. In character. Please continue.
But these numbers are high. They look bad. If that's a strength, I mean, I guess theoretically, if we're going with like atomic weight, maybe those numbers are low.
Yeah, we
Maybe
need
it's
to get out of here.
elemental.
Beep, beep, beep,
So,
beep, 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 beep.
just pounding on the
Hey.
horn for the car?
Hey. No, on the glasses.
Oh,
Hey.
okay. Yes.
Hey.
How can I assist you, Red?
There's these rock guys here. What do we do about them?
Avoid them at all costs. Try to get around them if you can. If you must fight, fight briefly and disengage.
Okay, Al says don't fuck with them.
All right, get in the
Do
car.
we
Noted.
Do we all hear it, or is it a single conversation?
Um,
Like if they talk over the comms, does everyone hear it, or is it just a single person hearing?
It is just, it's all of you. You're all on group comm at this point. At which point, though, with the failed cool rolls, I'm going to have to inflict some conditions on some of you.
Yep.
So at that point,
Insecure?
you are definitely insecure right now, Oshin. I will say that you are probably not freaked because this is absolutely your wheelhouse, Elijah, but you are dazed because it's all real. And right now, Kenny, let's say you're feeling a little insecure about all this, yeah?
Sure.
Does that sound about right? Okay, so
he's like, I can read.
Like, why would they think I can't?
Yeah, that's so lame. God,
one of the
I thought
monsters is...
I thought only Deja was the mean one. Fuck.
As Deja pulls up with the car and just shouts to all of you to get in, you see one of the rock monsters breaking through the fence into the parking lot and slowly smashing its way through cars, making its way to all of you.
I give you
Jumping in head first.
Yes.
Head first, nice. Legs sticking
Is it,
out.
is it a convertible?
It
or
is a
it just-
convertible
It's gotta be. Yeah.
because it has to be. That's the rules of the game.
Then Oshin's gonna like try and like jump across the trunk to like grab onto the back seat.
Just get in the car, dummy.
And like scramble in, like
Climb in. Foot scuff marks.
Yeah.
You can hear them, Deja.
God. Oh
But also rock monster, giant rock monster.
yeah, she's like okay, all right. Is everybody in the car?
Yeah, Kenny like side vaults, so he like completely clears his ass over the car, but like his legs are hanging off the side, like over the side as he's like ass in seat, legs over side.
All right, and so you start gunning it, Deja, I assume?
Yeah, I mean she
Alright.
she puts on her own seatbelt, but she's just like, all right, let's go.
All right, now.
as you sort of floor it out, Oshin's like, I don't have my seatbelt on. Help me.
Somebody grab the nerd, put your seatbelts on. She's driving.
Stop calling him a nerd. Damn.
Deja, you're just glad that you're 17 and no longer have a permit because this would absolutely be illegal for you to have this many people in your passengers of your car.
What are you talking about? When I was 17, we fit 9 people in my Buick. Just to
It
see
was
if we
still
got it.
illegal.
Learner's permits made it illegal, but she has her license.
Oh, I had a license at 17, so never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I just didn't know if that was an actual thing. Because yeah, we definitely stopped on the side of the road to see how many kids would get in my car and how many we could cram in my car.
Oh my god.
Nice. So with that, Deja, I will ask you to roll a keep your cool as you are driving, but you are using your car. Which means, since you're using your thing, you get an automatic +1, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Roll twice and take the
Yeah.
higher result.
Roll twice and take the higher. Okay, so yeah, you roll 2d6 twice.
Five or six.
A 6. +1 for your cool is 7, and that is a partial success. So with that, you manage it, but you can either choose to take 1 damage or a condition, you have to give something up, or you're put in a bad situation, -1 to your next roll.
What do you mean by give something up?
You could, for example, if you were transformed or had your weapon out, you could lose your weapon or your transformation. You could lose your thing for the rest of the scene.
We need your thing.
Yeah.
Or you can just take a -1 to your next roll.
Yeah, sure. Let's take the -1 to the next
Okay.
roll.
You forgot your purse in the classroom.
Oh no, here's what happens is as this rock monster raises up and goes to smash down on the car, you hit reverse and just back completely out of it. As it slams down, you manage to avoid it. However, as you do so, you hear a crunch behind you as you do back directly into another car.
Shit. Okay.
And so worrying about your car is going to give you a -1 going into the next thing you do.
Yeah.
Let that be a reminder for everybody that you get a reroll whenever you use your one thing. So try to use those. All right. So with that, you are gunning it down the road. You manage to swerve around all of these rock monsters and make your way through the screaming and running folks that are fleeing from this scene. You slowly start, or you quickly make your way through the streets, getting all the way you can out of town and towards that one semi-abandoned road, making your way to the Sugar Rocks factory.
Okay, so like as they're finally like getting towards like the frontage road to like get to the factory, she's just like, okay, all right.
The jingle gets stuck in at least two of your heads. I don't make the rules. I do make the rules.
She does turn on the radio, like if they're still panicking back there, she turns on the radio. If there's like a special alert because of what's going on, she just turns on the tape player. There's something cool playing.
Yeah, on every channel, it's like rock men traveling through the town.
We should listen to that. Addie like tries to lean up over the thing to put it back on the bulletin. We need to know where they are so we can avoid them.
Oh my god. I mean,
Well,
well,
they're
they're
heading
obviously
towards
not
the
on this
school.
road. Look, I don't even want to see the damage right now to the car. I just...
Cool. We should know what's happening.
Oh my god. Okay, you listen to the stupid bulletin. I'm just gonna drive to the stupid crackhead factory.
Sounds good. Good deal.
Elijah's still upside down.
Just like this is fine.
Yeah, just blue
Reach
screen.
reach back, put the seatbelt over his butt. Click.
Who's riding shotgun?
Kenny.
Kenny called it.
Called shotgun.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. I missed
He-
it.
Everybody respects shotgun.
He absolutely Duke Boyed into that that seat without even opening the car
James
door.
is like, here's the bad guys. They're coming. Oh my god, what are you guys going to do? Kenny goes, shotgun.
All right, and with that, you have made your way to the Sugar Rock factory, parking abruptly. As you are making your way there, you hear, and now it seems the rock men are turning into... Oh my god, they're turning into boulders and slowly rolling their way out of town. Who knows where they'll go to terrorize next?
Cool, they're coming here. It's good to know, right? It's good to have that on.
Yeah.
You hear a soft rubbling in the distance.
Ow. What are we doing? We're here.
Wonderful. Now that you're here within the field of the factory, I can activate your power matrices. And you feel a vroom come through all the glasses, and they feel a little tingly.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, it's real.
Nose massage.
Your nose, it does that thing where it vibrates on your nose, and it's like, ah.
It makes you kind of sneezy. You're like,
Yeah, that thing.
It's like licking a 9-volt battery. It's weird.
Kenny, please.
You know I
It's
got
not that
four,
weird.
got
It's
four
not
brothers.
that weird. Lots of people do that.
You know I got 4 brothers. It's easy to dare somebody to do something dumb.
Now that you're here, you're going to be able to speak the command phrase that you know in your heart and activate your powers.
No, in our hearts.
Wait,
Mm.
Can't you
Did-
just tell us what it is?
The heart's a muscle that doesn't know anything.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Even I know that. Hearts ain't got no brains.
Philip 1 attitude. Stupid, snarky nerd shit is probably going to gain you attitude.
You have
I-
to push up your glasses and say actually every time.
Actually.
Actually.
I'm going ghost.
What?
That is a 2000s show. How
I know.
dare you? Let's go, Freako. What was it?
So-
So
we know
so
in
you
our-
you hear, but I'm a robotic animated assistant. I don't know how to. I can't feel that. You have to do it for yourselves. Did Diamond not tell you this?
No!
She just
But
broke a
diamonds-
window and
diamonds
ran
are
away.
Jumped out of the window, so
I
Uh,
assume,
that-
we don't even know she is Diamond. She didn't tell us her
That li-
name.
the rumbling is getting closer.
What'd you say, Philip?
Said, oh, that was her name? Diamond?
process of elimination makes sense.
Guys,
Aren't there like a lot of minerals though? How do we know she's diamond? Well, she's like argon.
Argon's a gas.
Kenny, I was like,
You better
you
talk
know
to me.
she's not Argon.
In the famous words of James Hutton, the Scottish geologist and the father of modern geology, what's that shaking?
You all see as a rock man bursts through the door to the Sugar Rocks factory.
My activation word is fuck.
Elijah is
No.
just frantically trying to use tech on the sunglasses to make it go. Is that a thing I could try?
Okay, it is alien or magical tech. Go ahead and roll weird for me.
Oshin's going to do the Scooby-Doo jump into someone's arms.
All right, roll a d4. I got it. Hold on.
Kenny, catch him.
No, you catch him.
Sorry, buddy.
Is it my thing? Is it a cult?
Is it a cult?
No, sadly,
Yeah, I don't
it's
think so.
not. 1, 2. So you jump into. No, you jump into Kenny's arms.
There you go.
Phew.
Two girls are like, thank God. This thing starts beating its way towards you.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who does he have a crush on?
That's not important right now.
Kenny is gonna put Oshin down and pull the stick out of his backpack and try to whack it in the eyes.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me some kick some butt. You're going to add your fit to it.
What is just 2d6 again?
Everything's
Yeah,
2 to 6
everything.
in this system.
10.
9 plus 1 is a 10, which is an enormous success. You have the option of picking 2 from a list. You can deal it a damage, force your target where you want them, take something from them, or dodge and avoid your target's counterattack, which they automatically get when you kick some butt.
Okay, I'm going to take something from it. I'm going to take its sight. Kenny cracked it right across the eyes. The stone, the gems, the facets crack a little bit.
You absolutely can. So you're going to take its sight, which is going to give it a -1 going forward. Well, it doesn't roll. So it's going to give it -1 damage going forward.
And
And
what is your second?
The second is I'm going to move it where I want it, which it's in a full charge. It doesn't expect anybody's going to try to stop it. So all of a sudden, the blow stumbles it back a little, back a couple feet.
I'm going to give you one better. You are a trained field hockey star, more or less.
Yeah.
So you know exactly that if you go high and then hook a leg, you
Or
can
what if,
absolutely maneuver something around.
Yeah, or how about I hit him in the eyes and then I sidestep and use the curve of the hook to sidestep and pull him away from everybody else, so his momentum goes whoop, and sharp turns away from everyone.
It does. However, when it does that, you are going to, since you didn't choose to dodge or avoid the target's counterattack, it does rebuff you with a hit. You're able to roll with it because it wasn't very well targeted due to you taking something away this time, but the next time it comes at you, it will deal you damage.
Okay.
So with that, as everybody is standing here and the rock monster comes through, you see with a very, very quick reflex, Kenny just whips out his field hockey stick, smacks it across the eye, hooks it on the leg, and drags it away from everybody else.
Holy shit, that was so cool.
Can y'all just figure out the fucking word, though, please? I don't know if it's going to beat my ass next time.
Also, at this point, you see 2 more Rubble monsters roll through.
Yeah, Elijah's frantically pressing buttons and trying to see if there's any
phrases that he can catch.
Is it oh snap?
We go,
Oh snap!
Then I guess Oshin will try using the sharp.
Sure. You're going to try to use tech?
Yeah, use tech for sharp.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is a +1, so a total of 10.
+1 for a total of 10. Very nice. Okay, so you're in, and the tech works exactly the way you want it to. Which means
We're in.
that, do we have a phrase yet, everybody?
So I guess, I don't know about the phrase, but so Oshin's like, what? How does this work? And he looks at it and he can kind of see some we'll say he sees some circuitry that can see the circuitry. And he's like, okay. And so he takes off the glasses and flicks them out so that they're the legs, the earpieces, I guess.
arms.
Arms, yeah, stick out straight. And he's like, oh, it's time. And puts them on and they start to flash a little. And I don't know what the phrase is, though. Then we need a phrase.
Could be.
I think we were talking about roll on?
Roll out or
Roll
something
out.
like that.
I was like,
Roll out,
let's
yeah.
not do roll on, because that's like a deodorant.
Yeah.
So then he'll once he throws them back on. Rangers, roll out.
Who are you?
As you do that, Oshin, you feel a course of energy flowing through you. And at this point, I'm going to ask you, are you morphing or are you getting your weapon?
Morphing.
You're morphing. Okay, so as Oshin says that, you see suddenly that he strikes a kind of cool pose for Oshin. It's very impressive. And suddenly he is wrapped over with this Sentai suit, and his glasses flare out into the semblance of like a serpent, and then lock around in a helmet on his face. And he is now morphed into a Radical Robo Rock Ranger. All of your stats are currently +1, Oshin, and you have the ability to deal 1d3 instead of 1 when you attack something.
Nice. And I think, does it take, takes 1 attitude to turn on
It does.
the suit, right?
You spent an attitude to do that. So.
Okay, got that. So yeah, so I'm like, whoa, guys, this is amazing. And I'm gonna like run at one of the 2 rock creatures that's coming in.
No, but seriously, who is that guy now?
I mean, Oshin's got like process elimination, right? He's
Not really.
So
Oshin's been replaced by a big spandex doppelganger. Who could it be?
It's sarcasm. Come on.
the angry rock creature goes to meet you, and you're rolling, I assume, to kick some butt.
Yep.
Okay, now you have your thing where you can add it as sharp instead of. Is that right?
No.
Okay, so on a 9, it's conditional. You get to pick one from the above list. Damage, force target whether you want them, take something, or dodge and avoid.
Okay. And this is fit, right? So yeah, it's just a 0. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will try and change its direction, push it, see if I can get it to go back outside.
Okay. And as it's rolling, you guys see the giant, what would obviously be on the production quality side, you see a big rubber style or a foam style ball rolling, and then you see Oshin grab it and throw it back out the door.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Lovely. And that one is out of play for a little bit. You've still got 2 of these to deal with.
Sure.
All right, I need to get in on some of this. Roll out.
All right, spend an attitude, and you see as your glasses flare into like a lizard's maw type of look, a la, well, we'll just say something that evokes a lizard, as you slowly transform, and you also appear in a fully golden Sentai outfit. You are transformed into a Robo Rock Ranger. Your weapon feels a little less useful in your hands now.
Okay.
All right.
Oshin's gonna look back at Kenny and like, yeah, give him the good thumbs up. He's not the only one in a weird suit now.
And of course, as we all know, whenever any sort of emoting is done while folks are in these suits, it's always like, whoa, hey.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Right angles, very struck. All right, so that's 2 folks transformed up. We have 2 extra rock monsters coming out. They seem to be starting to lock their arms into some sort of setup almost.
Oh god, what are they doing now?
Doing a cheer pyramid.
We should probably stop that.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. Roll out?
As you say, punching frantically on your glasses, as you say roll out, you see a matrix appear over top of you in a gem-like reflection as your glasses form into the shape of a scorpion's claws spreading outward and form to your face as it wraps around and turns into a helmet. You are also transformed.
Cost 1 attitude.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Deja looks at Addie.
Yes,
Shit.
no.
All right.
You guys say it in tandem.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Roll out.
We have the upshot of from the ground facing up on the 2 of you standing in a perfect like pyramid style ready formation as you both grab the glasses, flick them out to the side, and put them on your faces and say roll out, and both of you also transform.
I have a little addendum to mine,
Go ahead.
if I may. So I thought about
absolutely.
how I wanted to transform.
Ooh.
I live for it.
Alright,
Let's
so-
hear it.
So, gosh, I'm gonna be back and forth between talking and not talking because I'm gonna do some arm shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Addie, in like a weird show of excitement that she never does, sort of goes like, "All right, fuck this, roll out," and does like a. When she flicks her arms back, the glasses sort of come out in twin tails, and her arms get the Sentai stuff, and then the tails flick around and cover everything else up except for her head. And she looks down and she sees she has a skirt. And she says, fuck that. Snap. The skirt goes away. She has a half cape, and then the helmet finishes.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know. Half cape. And anything you guys want for the embellishments on your stuff, please feel free. I am here to help when I need to, and I can get out of your way too.
Oh yeah. Well, when Kenny sees, like, oh dang, I'll try that next time. I just thought that this was it.
It just in like the. It's
like a one shoulder draped half cape.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, and with that, we are all transformed up and ready to rumble, which is great because these two monsters.
Wait, what about Denitra's?
Oh, Denitra, did you have one? Like specifics?
No. So, producer, produce.
Okay, with that, let's see, you're a bat. Okay, so obviously bat wings. So as you stand there and flick and set the glasses on your head, you see them flare out into a bat wing emblem. And as they do, it like flashes outward in like a, crazy laser line bat in the background of you. It wraps around you, and as it does, you see ribbons like rushing down your arms and legs, transforming you into a purple Sentai suit that evokes a very bat-like image. And
Yes, I want the skirt.
you get the skirt. Okay, you get a skirt, and it like has little bevels a la bat wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A little scalloping.
Yeah, scalloping. Thank
Scalloping
you.
in reverse, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like it's like one of those skirts that's like it doesn't go all the way across the front. It's like a side to butt skirt type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like little bat wings.
Elijah just goes, is this magic or is it technology?
And as you say that, all of you strike a pose, and there are explosions in the background of your colors.
Oh, hell yeah.
I guess the answer is yes.
Fucking what?
Yeah, when the explosion goes off, Kenny's just like, whoa!
With the whole like cool guys don't look at explosions. So
Exactly.
of course Oshin's like, what the? And like turns around to stare at it.
Oh!
Kenny is jazzed now.
All right. Let's evict these fucking rocks out of here.
You see
Free Technic show, let's fucking go!
All right, so who wants to roll kick some butt?
Kenny. Like, as soon as that explosion went off, Kenny just is fucking in there.
Okay. And does anybody want to do a combo attack?
Ooh, what does that do?
I'm going to say that right now, just for funsies, you can make a combo attack, and I haven't made rules for it yet. Okay, that's a 13 for Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny's ready.
He said rules.
What I was going to say is that you could, someone can spend an attitude to try to assist with a combo attack, and I'll count that. You can't use it every round, but I'll count that as a giving them a thing, so that they get a reroll. It's not gonna really matter in this situation because Kenny rolled near perfect though. So Kenny with a 13. What's your hit? These guys, what they did is they grabbed arms, or they one of them grabbed the legs of the other, and then the other one did like a wheelbarrow, grabbed the other's legs. They turned into a much bigger boulder and started rolling towards you.
Like a loop.
Yeah. But of course they just transformed into a big rock.
Yeah. So, are they in motion, or are they just...
Yeah,
like,
they're coming at you.
Okay.
So with a 13, you're going to succeed with bells and whistles. You get to pick two again.
Okay. Fuck.
You can do it. I can do it.
Put your back into it.
If at any point
It's
you
90.
need help, just ask me and I'll make something up for you on the fly. But I think you probably want this moment.
Yeah. Well, they're how big is the boulder? It's probably pretty big, right?
Bigger than you because it was two of them combined. So
Yeah. I guess, yeah, Kenny, like, runs up and, like, just does, like, a full, like, a perfect martial arts straight punch, and it hits them so hard that they, like, form back into two guys.
Yeah, as they run forward, you just pull out a haymaker, just smack right into them, stomp as you do it, because, wrestling form. Boom, right into the center, and both of them, there's a glowing light as both of them split back apart and land flailing on the ground.
All right, and then, as they both land, Kenny holds his hand up and gives, like, a loud woo again, and then just, like, turns around and does, like, a double elbow drop on both of them.
Go ahead and roll me some damage. You roll a d3, which might not be on the thing. We can just divide a d4 by or a d6 by 2.
May I also say, as she's watching this, Addie goes, "Oh man, the bolder they are, the harder they fall."
Attitude point.
Yeah.
You do a double elbow drop onto them, and you crunch down really hard on one. The other one doesn't seem to take as much damage from it.
Yeah, and then I'll just do I'll do the kip up.
Yeah. From the head, just the full kip up. Nice. Okay. You hear over your now your helmets. I knew you had it in you, Rangers.
Who are you?
I'm Al. We've had this conversation, sir, multiple times.
Sorry, I'm a little frazzled.
Now that you're all in your transformed states, you should find a bevy of powers at your disposal. And you see, like, a little drop-down fight window come over your visors. There's fight, there's weapon, there's mech.
I think we have a different definition of bevy, friend.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understand. There are sub-menus.
Oh.
Elijah's just, like, scrolling through.
Yeah, just trying to catch every single, like, okay, how many are there? Do I recognize any of these? Are these spells? What are these?
You're spit. I love that. The idea of cycling through. Yeah, we're keeping that because it's like the better or worse switching of the glasses.
Yeah. There's a button, but you can. It's like
it's got a scroll wheel.
Yeah, like a watch.
Like, what the hell was the name of that kaleidoscope?
Viewfinder.
No. Viewfinder, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Viewmaster.
Viewmaster, that was it. Yeah, it's like a little Viewmaster chuka chuka. No, it's just a little scrolly ball. Like a Palm Pilot.
You said there's a bevy. I thought bevies were like the things when you like cut a piece of wood at an angle.
That's a bevel.
You're thinking of a bevel. And also, there would be a levee as well, but the levee was dry.
I hate it when you drive to the
I
levee.
get one attitude.
I was gonna say, is that a gratitude point?
I'll just hit you with it later. It's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
I know.
Oh no.
With this, you all see... You hear a bunch of explosions and such going on outside, and then you see busting through the door a familiar white trench-coated, white fedoraed person break through and say, "Oh, thank goodness you actually managed to transform and get here in time." She looks around and says, "I'll take care of these small ones. You have something bigger to deal with." And you see that there's, like... You remember when you see battle damage on Power Rangers? There's like the little explosion parts from where the sparks would go off on their suits and such. You see she's got a few of those going for her. And you just hear a... from outside.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's a Mega Geode.
So a big rock.
Dude.
Yes, one could say it is in fact a large geode dude. That's in my notes.
Nice.
Yeah, Elijah said that out loud.
Awesome. Elijah
So,
gets an attitude
rocks-
point.
Geodes are in the ground. They stay in the ground until you dig them up. What happened?
Well, these are mobile rock. I mean,
You hear outside as the place is shaking. You probably don't want to fight in here, not against that thing. Don't worry, I'll take care of these. And you see as she does something with the glasses where she pulls them off of her face and you can see a glimpse of eyes, and she flicks the glasses around in her hand and she says, as diamond shining bright. I'll destroy all evil before me with the power of love, trust, and friendship. And she goes like this, and it turns into a giant magnum, and she goes, and this gun I found. And she just starts unloading onto these little rock guys.
Oh,
This is a lot.
this is.
Hey, nobody
Okay.
picked gun. That left it open for me.
No,
That
that's
was
fine.
that was pretty cold. I'm not gonna lie.
It's conjuration. It's making sense now. I think I get it.
So it is magic.
How do we deal with the big
think-
thing that's coming over to smash and or
Not to
stomp?
mention, why are we dealing with it?
I mean, I'm gonna fucking whoop its ass. I'm gonna tumble the shit out of it.
Tumble that rock.
A rock tumbler? Okay.
Yep.
That was clever.
God damn it.
Elijah just
Attitude point.
starts to run outside. He's excited now.
Okay. As you run outside, you see a giant circular. It looks like a graveler. You see a giant circular rock with arms, legs, and this malicious face on it that's twisted, with like just the little craggy open mouth that you see on all of the like evil trees or evil rock things. You notice that it's shattered at the top, and there is a glowing of crystals from the inside coming out.
Oshin will head out as well.
Yeah. So we do the big stop in the suit. You know, you got to overact. Oh no! It's
Slide to
crap.
a stop.
yeah.
This thing is not giant yet, as
Okay,
there's
okay.
a key word in this game that is giant. This is not
Okay.
giant at this moment, but it is larger than all of the other rockmen. It looks like
larger. Is it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a good sign. I think this is like 10 feet tall or
Let's go with 15.
15. Okay.
Well,
For people who were super frightened not 10 minutes ago, they sure are ready to get their asses kicked.
I know, right?
I want. Can Oshin sort of put like a hand on Elijah's like shoulder and be like, I don't know what's happening and why we were picked, but I mean, man, this is kind of cool, and I think I'm excited. How about you?
yeah, I think so. Good job on figuring it out.
And as you all share this moment, please wipe a condition as you get real with each other.
Thank you.
That's why we're ready to get beat up.
Actually gay!
Elijah just says, "Well, she can do it. We can do it, right?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he goes, wait, okay. And he like goes through the menu. He's like, weapon?
Weapon, you hit it. You see
Yeah.
a whole pop-out list of options that are available to you.
He just scrolls and he's like, that one, that seems cool. So as he picks that, he kind of moves with his hands and kind of draws a horizontal line, and it turns into a staff. Just a plain solid platinum staff.
With a little bit of flair, it does seem to have like a cap on it that looks kind of like a stinger. It doesn't act like a lance, but it's...
Yeah.
Decoration.
And he's like, okay. All right.
Oshin will do the same thing, like slide down, find it, and go, okay. Hits the button, and you see the same thing, like that staff, like appear in front of him. And he's like, I'm not copying you. And he like flicks it, and the scythe blade like slings out of the top of it.
As you spin it, you see like a little bit of glow appearing on, like a comet trail appearing on the back end of it, and as you stop it, shatters outward into like a glistening rock thing, and then there's a big old scythe on the end of it. Looks kind of like a serpent's fang.
Well, he just kind of, holds up the staff, waiting for you to hold up yours, and
Does?
just start charging in.
Okay. And with that, you're both going to roll to kick some butt, and as you do, I'm going to have to ask you to remember to spend 1 attitude point each for your weapon summon.
Yep.
And with that, it makes... Let me pull open the team sheet.
And this is what we're still using fit, right?
Mm-hmm. Unless you have something that allows you to do otherwise with your powers.
Unfortunately, no.
I do.
Yes, you do. So summoning your weapons deal 1d6 damage, and if it's a shield or defensive style of weapon, it can gain you +1 for defending someone.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, we can pick weapon. Definitely defensive is something that I'll be going for in the future, though.
Okay.
I was like, wait, I could do that? Crap, that's fine. I'll do it next time.
Sure. And are you doing your 3-section, or you just have a staff right now?
It's a 3-section staff. It's just not broken up into pieces yet.
Got it. Okay,
Yep.
So with a 4, that is going to be a failure, and the target evades the attack. You gain 1 attitude, though, but things get worse for you, which means this thing is rolling up to do a counterattack to you with 2 damage.
Okay. So, do I have any armor for my suit, or just 2 damage?
No armor from your suit. It's going to be 2 damage directly to you unless someone tries to defend you.
Well, I did roll to kick some butt. Can I defend instead, or?
You can roll a 3 for defense. So you're using your powers to defend someone, I believe. So that is going to be a 3 + 2 is 5. Do you want to spend extra to get it up to a 7 to 9?
I do not have enough attitude to do that.
Okay.
Yep, so.
It's going to fail. Things also get worse for you. So as you both run up very cavalierly and start to fight this thing, your lack of martial arts training kind of comes out as you have the suit's version of giving you this, but it is your first time too. So you do the thing where both of you are running at this thing, and it is managing to do funny little rolls out of the way, and you're like swinging your weapons and clashing and
Just
accidentally
missing it.
clacking with each other occasionally, like, oh, sorry, and then the thing rolls through and bounces off one and then the other of you, dealing 2 damage to Oshin and 1 damage to Elijah.
Ah,
The-
bitch.
The sparks.
And
you
the
know,
sparks,
fly off.
and you roll counterclockwise backwards.
We're laying on the ground, and Ocean's like, "Guys, you gotta help us. We need you."
Kenny's still trying to figure out he's like still looking through the menus. He's like,
All
this is
right.
so weird.
Kenny's just like, fight, weapon, fight, weapon, fight,
Fight, weapon, mech. Fight,
fight.
mech, weapon, mech. Fight.
Addie goes
Nice.
to the weapon thing and just kind of goes, swing, to let it just pick for itself.
As you do, you notice it, like, it tries to land on sword, but then it gets really confused because it's still rolling, and so it comes back and lands on sword again.
All right, if you insist. And she does the thing where she puts her hands above her head again, but it's like up like this, and then she turns her wrists, and as she turns her wrists, the swords snap into her hands, and then she sort of brings one down and then the other down, in like a little flourish.
And as you bring it down into the little flourish, you get a little bit of an explosion from behind, and there's like a superimposition of a fox with 2 tails.
Yeah.
Okay. And you
So
are
that's
weapon.
how I cheated the system to get 2 swords, I guess.
It's like, I don't
Yeah,
know what
Kenny-
you want. Here, take 2.
Yeah, Kenny will like stop. He's like, yeah, I could probably do that, and just like clicks it. He like holds his hand out like that, and as he makes the fist, the haft of it looks like a pole, like a staff again, but then like the end like prongs out into the spears that have like the 2 little side blades.
Helper.
The 2 little side blades, you mean a trident?
No, they're pretty
I know what
much
you're
just
saying,
like they're not like equal, but they're just like ancillary blades, like
Yeah, yeah.
at the base that go at like at a right angle almost.
I got you. Yeah. You see a modeled black and gold haft appear out of it, and then what looks like maybe 3 lizard's teeth at the top, forming a triangular triple pokies of a lance.
And he does like the
So,
little every kid does, like just spins it around like that real quick.
Yeah.
And then folds the haft under his arm. He's like, yeah, I can make this work.
So all of them picked pole arms. You think they're trying to make up for something?
Yeah, fucking probably.
We can all hear you through the helmets.
I know.
Yeah, as they
Roll.
talk.
Roll to make drama.
I was gonna say, yeah, as Dave is like, or Deja's like, you think they're compensating for something, Kenny like finds a rock on the ground and like bends down, says that with the blades are like poked out, and uses it like his stick, and like like tries to bean her with a rock.
It's me.
Tries to bean you with a rock.
Okay, so on a 9, and it is rolling the trait you think best fits the situation. You were trying to say something cool, so cool. That's a 10. You get away with the gain 2 attitude.
Okay.
And
I
as
then need to deal with this rock.
no, on a 10 plus, there is no negative repercussion for you. So as the rock comes at you, you just do a boom, and it goes in 2 behind you and does the little rollies on either side.
That's cute.
You hear poof, poof, outside.
Right, that's the thing we need to deal with.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Deja. She's like, okay. So she goes to the weapon prompt and she activates weapon.
All right, Deja, do you want to describe this?
Can you?
I can. All right, so you see Deja strike a very cheerleadery pose, and as she does, she throws her hand up high, and when she does that, you see a pommel form in her hand, and then you see a spiral that has like corrugation a la a back wing go up, and then lock into place, and she has what looks to be a long, thin sword.
Sword.
And then as she moves down, you notice it separate out into sections as a whip sword, and she swirls it around herself into the side, and then it all locks back into place.
Of course you picked a ribbon.
What can I say?
So like the start of your thing is like, hey, clap, clap, okay.
Pretty much. All right, let's go kick some ass.
All right, remember your attitude points for that, and go ahead and let's have a fight outside here as you're all fighting against this big guy. This is going to be various rolls of trying to do certain things. You can you don't just have to roll kick some butt. You have other things you can roll. Either you can try to get the 411. If anybody still has a condition, you can try to help them clear it by getting real with them. You have the ability to try to use tech as well if you think that it'll help out in the situation, and basically you can help to modify someone else's roll with that, is what I'll say. And then learning information about the enemy also helps someone else kick some butt and gives them either the advantaged roll or carrying one forward.
So in this case, would we come outside in time to see that they need defending, or is that past?
I'm going to say if you want to try to reduce the damage that they would have taken from the barrage, you can definitely try to roll defend someone. I'll give that to you. Okay. So we can retroact this. So as you all come out and do the little ranger run out into the gravelly part outside of the factory, you notice both of them flip, roll, and into a catch help from one of the three of you as the enemy comes to smash in on them again with a big rolling attack.
All right. I'm definitely going to do some sort of like run, flip, slide, and then like swords behind me crossed deal. Block.
Okay. Go ahead and roll defend someone. You're using fit, so it'll be +1 for you.
Fit 0. No, it's 1 now. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, that is... Do we get extra dice when we're transformed or not?
You don't get extra dice. You get more damage.
Okay. 9 once again.
A 9 + 1 is 10, so you succeed in defending. So I'm going to reduce the damage by 1 for each of you, as though she granted you armor. So you would have only taken 1 damage, Oshin, and Elijah would have taken none.
Okay.
Very cool.
Cool. All right. So in that, you roll and defend, and nobody gets hurt because you got a 10+. And the thing backs off and just goes, roar, and you see the hole in the top of it. As it actually, the hands and feet stay where they are, but it slowly starts to spin, and aim down at you with the hole, and you see it charging from the outside of the kaleidoscope of different crystals as it seems to be forming into what looks like a beam to attack all of you.
Okay. As it like rears back and goes roar, I'm gonna say, "Are you okay? Your voice is sounding gravelly."
Attitude.
Yeah.
Remember, quippy one-liners are the best way to generate attitude in this game. It's written into the book. There's other ways too, but
I'm capped out now.
yeah, I was gonna say you should be capped out even with summoning your weapon and morphing because you got the +2 from make drama.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing you can do during the fight. You can make drama just to charge some attitude points, and feel free to
be an
spend the
ass.
attitude just to actually succeed on rolls because that's part of the system. Now that you're fully transformed out, you should be able to do that. And I think you can also pass attitude. You can give attitude to help a teammate out.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, you can. Do we have to do anything special to pass the attitude, or just say, "Here's a point, friend"?
When you encourage or help out a teammate, say what you tell them to do the assist, then give them 1 attitude from your pool.
Okay.
well, we see the laser beam charging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we need all of us here for this. Where are the rest of them?
We're all here.
Oh, we all are here now?
You guys were. We all three of
Okay.
us ran out.
Okay. Cool then. Then,
The one who hasn't done a thing so far is Denitra, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done anything. She's just like, okay, rock.
Come on, get in here. It's a team sport.
Yeah, obviously. All right, let's. So somebody hit it.
we're trying to give everybody the chance, and so we wanted to know.
I know, and I'm just like, okay.
What do you want
All right.
to do?
Look, yes. All right. She's gonna do some like,
Here, I have an idea. You want to help me?
yeah. Let's do it. How do you want me to help you?
Well, you can do a work together in the teamwork setup, which actually is its own thing. When multiple people on your team work together to accomplish the same thing, say what each of you does to make it happen. You all roll, and one of you can spend 1 attitude to give your result to everyone else.
All right. So the idea Kenny has is she's got like this pretty cool like whippy sword.
That's right.
So his idea is to use the whippy sword around, tie it to the end of the spear, stab it into the rock, and then use their combined momentum to aim the laser away from the building, like up into the air, so it doesn't cause more destruction.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, so both of you roll the kick some butt.
Refresh my memory.
2d6.
Just the
2d6?
2d6.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Plus whatever your fit is.
10.
-1 fit for me.
Still -1. Yours is a -2 normally? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you went ahead and... Kenny, you got a 9, but you actually have +2 to fit, so you got an 11?
The 10. I thought it was 11. Sorry, I thought it was +1.
It is +1 normally, but you get a +2 while morphed.
For this suit, yeah. I just looked at the sheet again.
Yep. So with that, you get an 11 total. Kenny, if you spend an attitude point, that result works for both of you.
I'll do that.
Cool.
So yeah, like he does it and he throws it and it stabs into it and then he like gets behind Deja and like puts his arms around her so they both are like holding the whip and he like runs with her so it like angles it away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So as the thing's charging up its laser, you do this move, and so as you do it, you start running around the thing super fast with the two of you working together on it. Each of you, I need to roll 1d6 damage, and on top of that, I need... No, I don't need anything else. Just go ahead and each of you roll 1d6.
How do you roll 1d6?
Just click on
It's
the
just
d6.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. With a total of 8 damage on top of this thing, it is looking very rough. And after the laser fires off into the sky wildly, you're able to pull the thing, and basically you beach ball it back and forth between the two of you before sending it flying off, and it does the land roll on its side and pop up and just do the thing that people in suits do to let you know that they're still ready to go.
Yeah, Kenny looks over to He's like, looks like we defused that attack.
Take an attitude point.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, Deja actually laughed. She's just like, okay.
Oishin is gonna say like, so if its big attack comes from the opening in the crystal, we need to find a way to slam something in there. We're gonna have to plug that with I don't know what, but something.
Another big rock.
Yeah, that could work.
As you're saying this, what you see from this thing is that it's a crack shows on it, and another crack, and it starts to glow. And as it does, it starts to seem like it's growing in size until it shatters outward this giant crystalline beast.
Oh shit!
And it does the whole there's the smoke effect, and it's a down upward shot, and it's just like
Now who's compensating?
attitude point.
That is the opposite of what we want. All right.
Okay, so the glasses have like a mech option. I wanted to press it a lot earlier, but now I think it might actually call for it.
Very good, Kenny.
You sound, even when you praise me, it sounds condescending.
There's a reason for that.
I mean, do you want me to praise you or not?
I'd rather just silence, honestly. It's just, it twists the knife either way. It's so
Just
neat.
hit the mech button. I'll hit the mech. Let's all hit the mech button and figure this out. All right.
Okay, let's go for
it. Roll out. He's like, I'm gonna use it again. Does that help?
Meow.
He's
like, I think I get this now.
Does everybody have the attitude required to call for their mech?
Yeah, you just need one, right?
Yep. Everybody, as long as everyone has at least one attitude.
Yeah, I have at least one.
Yep.
And if not, I'm sure that Michelle could spare a pittance of attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
I'm
an
that
attitude for all of us.
Please, my lord, just one attitude.
What attitude? I require a smidgen.
A modicum of attitude, please.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say that it is time for all of you to summon your mechas. And in that case, I would like to see what stock footage each of you has for your mechs and what they look like coming out.
Sure.
Like how they leave. So I guess where are mechs kept?
So, like, it doesn't... That's the thing. I don't need to determine that if you want to, because the way that the mechs summon is almost nonsensical in any of these shows.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where it is like you see the mammoth from Power Rangers would rise from the earth, I think, but then the saber-toothed tiger like jumped off of a plateau, and then the triceratops just kind of rolled forward because it didn't really have feet.
I got one.
You got one? Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so for some reason, the stock footage shows a night sky, even though it's in the middle.
Even though it's day, yeah.
And from like a big cave that rises up from the ground, a giant bat mech comes out of the cave, just like, whee! And it makes like a.
It makes the sonic scream. Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, and it looks like giant circles. Like, it doesn't do anything, but that's like the scream. It makes the giant circles.
The Godzilla type. Yeah.
Yeah, and here it comes.
Awesome. And
You can see
as
it,
that
like,
summons,
there's the moon in the background.
as that summons, we see stock footage. You're no longer in front of the factory for some reason. You're on some random mountain, and you do the set feet together and jump, and then we see you on like a trampoline shot, and then we see you slot into the mecha spot of your mecha.
Yep.
I keep wanting to call them Zords, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah, not
Copyright.
I don't think it is, but it's just it's
not.
derivative.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll figure
Sure.
out what we're going to call these things later. It's fine.
She totally does the arm things. Like, yeah, all right.
You slam. You can't slam your shades, but I guess whatever your joystick style thing is for this, you slam that into place and then do a.
Yep.
Yeah. Then for Eli, he'll do the.
I'll be right back.
What was that?
I will be right back. Please
Okay,
continue.
no problem. Oh, sure, no problem. Then you see Eli kind of gesturing and ends with one of these, and then it goes to the stock footage of like subterranean caves, and there's a sound, and it seems like something is stalking you through the cave, and then you see these beady red glowing eyes and a snap from a scorpion's claw, and then all of a sudden it's outside. For some reason it just bursts through the ground. The scorpion mech that is all silver. It has the kind of reticulated tail, and you see Eli from out of nowhere just start going up, like just raising up in the cockpit. And as he gets there, there's another helmet that kind of locks on top of it, like this scorpion like tail in between his eyes. And he looks down at the double joysticks and he's like, okay, all right, this works. This is good. This is good.
Awesome.
Good,
I
got
actually
it.
heard
Perfect
most of
time.
that.
Dang.
You rose out from the cave. You heard the clicky sounds.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
sounded awesome. Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely a not quadruped, more than quadruped, but you know what I mean.
It's an arachnid. I believe scorpions are arachnids.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the shape of the robot.
Nice.
For some reason, the stock footage, or Kenny is like, and then like it cuts the stock footage. For some reason, it's like panning up towards the sky, and you just see like the glimmer of the sun reflecting off something, and this big ass lizard is like curled into like a tire, pretty much, just like, and then uncurls and like lands with like a big, and it pulls its head back and just goes.
And as it roars
And
like
then-
that, it does the little stomp, 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 stomp.
Yep, big stompy feet.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the inside cockpit, and like Kenny comes out of like the back, like there was like
the door opens.
behind him. And, like, and then like the chair spins into place.
Nice.
Okay. Similarly to Deja's, you see a nighttime scene. It's not night, but you see a nighttime scene. And you see this like weird sort of crystalline / laser looking mouse. It's totally red and see-through. And then, so you have like a spotlight on this mouse, and then behind it, you see the flash of like grinning sharp teeth. And then suddenly, you see a mecha fox pounce out on this totally fake mouse. Goes down, grabs it, lifts it up, throws it in the air, snap! And then I'm in the mecha.
Nice.
Nice. And it just zooms directly in on you as you throw some hands here or there.
Does your robot eat? Do these robots need to eat? That's so weird.
Did you guys see all of those?
For Oshin, you see like the camera like is outside, and it goes like rushing into like a train tunnel. Like it comes like flying in, and then you see like two lights, as if it like a train is like coming down the other end, and then it like the camera has to like reverse real quick, and the two lights kind of like slide after it, and out the mouth of the tunnel, there's like a snake just like lunges at the camera, and then just like takes off with its head up. And as it's moving, like it darts at the camera, and then you see inside the cockpit, and Oshin is just like sort of, I guess we'll say like the back door opens, similar to Kenny's, and the chair like slides in with Oshin already sitting down.
Nice. And so we have our sapphire snake, our ruby fox, we have our amethyst bat, our golden Gila monster, and our silver scorpion. Or
What if
platinum.
you said it like
No.
Gila monster?
Golden.
It's still a little good, but it's a little bit
Ye-
closer.
You think
Like a
the G,
Gila.
and that it's like ventriloquism.
Gila
There's
monster.
no G in ventriloquism.
The doy dot the
Exactly.
day stall.
Okay, some of us have to have no alliteration. Like platinum, I could have done platypus, but I wasn't. I want the scorpion. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. As
Yeah.
the ruby fox.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think only two of us had alliteration.
Yeah.
Technically, in the original version of this show, Dynamic Desert Rangers,
Mhm.
the character was called Silver, but the actor who plays Elijah in this definitely wanted it to be platinum because that's a cooler color.
It's a cooler color.
So it was an edit. There will be much more Ranger facts to come.
I love Dynamic Desert Rangers. That's so good.
Yeah, but it's like in Japanese, so.
DDR.
That'll be the spinoff.
Dynamic Desert Ranger.
Yeah. Didn't have enough alliteration, that's why they didn't go with it.
Deputies.
Only
They should have
two.
done deputies.
Dynamic Desert.
Deputies instead of Rangers. God.
They're like sheriff themed,
Yeah, the Rangers have little sheriff stars on
like
them.
Texas Rangers. Yeah.
That's their communicators too.
Oh man.
Nice.
Do, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Oh, am I a holdover from that show?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're the original.
You're the homage.
They all just had Kansai accents all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. We're in mech.
So you're in Mecha, which means that you get a few things. First off, you have armor against attacks. Second off, let me just pull up the team sheet real quick. You also continue doing a d6 of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you are currently in Mecha, which means that you have the ability to combine if you so choose. But first, let's see how well you all do against this creature a little bit. We'll show a little bit of non-combined fighting, because you never get enough of that in the original
You don't.
show.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Well, it's because like 4 out of 5 of them didn't really do much. They were like just the tri.
Mastodon shot lightning? What?
I mean, it did, but like, yeah. What else? Any of like the pterodactyl just swooped in and shot lasers.
Yeah, the pterodactyl had lasers. The mastodon didn't have lightning in it. Cold breath from its.
Yeah.
And then the triceratops had lightning from its horns. Did the saber-toothed tiger shoot fire? No, that was the T-Rex. T-Rex definitely shot
T-Rex shot
fire.
fire.
What did the saber-toothed tiger do?
Had
Look, if
claws,
I
I
remember.
think. Like jumped at it and like tried to claw it. I think.
So anyway, we're gonna know what ours do. So moving
Yeah,
in,
exactly.
let's see some fighting. This thing has
Sure.
grown into a giant crystal beast, and you see light reflecting off of all pieces of it. It reaches back and pulls out this giant Oni club that it slams to the ground next to it.
Oh, Christ. Oh.
Attitude. Can you even take any?
Yeah, I just used one to get mech.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That is in character, though. We flash to your cockpit and say, "Oh, Christal," and then we flash back out. Okay. So, who wants to try to use a move on this thing?
Kenny has been charging first the entire time.
Kenny is front line.
Yep. As Gila Monster stomps up and he tries to do like a quick 180 tail like spin and whack it with its tail.
All right, you're going to go ahead and make an attack, but as you do, I'm wondering if it should stay fit or if it should change to something else. It doesn't say here.
It's probably still fit.
Okay.
You like become one with your mecha.
Sure, why not?
Mhm.
It's like G Gundam.
9.
9 total is a hit with a consequence. So you get to choose to either deal damage, take no damage, take something from it, or move it to an advantageous position.
I'll move it to an advantageous position.
Okay.
Yeah, as he like spins, he like the mecha keeps moving, so he hits it and like bumps it into the middle of all of us, so he can do like the Ranger gang up.
Yeah, we can.
You clamp down on one of its legs and you swing it into a good position. You're going to get a +1 rolling forward from this for the next person who tries to roll to kick some butt on it.
Do I roll damage or?
No, because you have to choose one when you get a 9.
Gotcha.
Then with it in a better position, then Oishin will try, since he sees the advantage coming and knows he won't get a lot of them. He'll
Okay.
try, and as it moves forward, he'll try and like dart low and just bite into its leg. with
Did
a
you want to-
like crystal?
Did you want to do that by yourself, or did you want to try teamwork with somebody?
I can't really do anything for teamwork. Since I don't have any attitude to spend, I can't help out
Oh.
in team fights.
Well, someone else could help you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Like,
true.
I was just waiting to see if anyone needed protection, but I can help if you'd like.
Cool.
Okay. Well, then, yeah. If you want to do a team, then as it gets
Yeah.
moved in, you'll see that as a staple from his earlier high school life, the serpents will like dive down to create like a little like barrier, and right behind its legs, so that a nice push in the chest would cause it to topple over.
Dirty.
Yeah, and Elijah will try and sting it right in the chest.
Okay. Go
Yep.
ahead and both of you roll 2d6. You're going to add a bonus +1 to this from Kenny pushing forward.
Cool. That's a total of 11 with everything.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay. Elijah, did you want to go ahead and spend attitude for the
Yep.
team up? Okay. So both of you get an 11, which means each of you rolls 1d6. This thing has, I think, 2 armor in its current form. Yeah.
So then roll that. There we go.
Okay, so a glancing blow, but the combination attack works, and the thing falls over, topples. And as you both succeed with...
Oh, that had the sting.
take your attitude point.
Listen, you're not allowed to sigh after every bad joke. Because you
I can't,
did this.
right? Because this was the point of this whole thing.
As,
so
As the serpent gets out from under its legs after tripped over it, it like looks up and it's like, "Enjoy your trip. See you next fall."
attitude.
Where does this voice come from?
Oh my god.
Don't know. It was
This is cool,
That's
Ocean.
more
For
See, y'all, you shouldn't take Oshin for granted.
Also,
Granite.
also attitude point.
Oh,
This hurts. This hurts a
Yeah.
lot. I'm
Oh,
proud
yeah.
of all of you, but it hurts. You got to charge that attitude somehow. You got to keep using it and keep rolling with it.
Yeah, that's right.
At this point, you all have been massively successful, which triggers one of my moves that I've built into this system, where the thing is going to take its big Oni club and take a swipe at 2 of you, potentially dealing 2 damage. No, wait, you have 1 armor in each of these mechs, so dealing 2 damage to...
What?
Gonna swing this.
Yeah.
No, we have 1 armor because this thingy has like 3 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have 2
check,
filled in.
You can check the boxes, yeah.
Yeah,
you have
so
potential for
the super mech has 2 armor, so when you're all
Oh, I
combined.
see.
When you
When
are
combined.
non-combined, the normal mecha has +1 armor.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it says gaining +1 armor because someone like Kenny, if he had fired himself up at the beginning of all of this, would already have 1 armor going in. He would have 2 in his mech.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that transfers?
Yes, it does.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that was what the woo was for, but I didn't...
Whoa!
If you,
I mean, I haven't been hit, so it's whatever.
if you want to declare that was you doing your move, absolutely. You have currently 2 armor.
Okay, dope.
Cool. All right. So with that, we are having 2 of you get swung at for 2 damage.
I mean, I'll take a hit. I got 2 armor.
All right, and so the Gila monster soaks it.
Willa?
What?
Huila? I don't know how to
Lizard?
pronounce these words.
Yeah.
The big lizard
Yeah.
takes no damage as it glances off, but then it pops back up to hit the snake.
Mm.
So you are currently looking at the 1 damage in the face right now.
Okay. So does the armor just constantly remove 1 point of damage, or is it just a one-time thing?
No, it's an auto soak every time.
Non-decaying, yeah.
Yeah, non-decaying. And so 1 damage is taken there, and you all are still fighting. This
Yeah.
thing looks a little roughed up as it gets back onto its feet. Bellows out, and it slowly starts getting shinier and shinier.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear over your helmets.
Mhm.
Teams, your mechs have the special ability to combine into each other into forming a super mecha Zord type of thing, and you should be able to defeat this monster more handily with that if you choose.
These things get even cooler? That's amazing.
All you have to do is synchronize your teenage attitude with each other and shout combine, your combination phrase. Whatever that is.
Is it the same thing?
Unknown
You
error.
Don't know. You don't. You
Unknown
don't know.
syntax error.
404.
I mean-
Answer not found.
Dial-up noises.
And can you really sync up attitude? Like, that seems like an oxymoron.
Well, you know all about oxymorons, don't you, Kenny?
Attitude.
Like I said, you just don't open your mouth and we won't have a problem.
I'm sorry, I needed attitude.
Hey, it's the name of the game.
That's the way it goes.
You gotta do it. You gotta.
The
Mm.
Ocean
Listen.
sort of like looks at the two and is like, "Wow, I can't believe the two of you never hit it off as a couple. Like, it's just crazy."
Yeah, we've all got
Alright,
our faults.
Oshin, I'm gonna ask you to roll drama real quick. I assume that was the move you were going for. And at an 11. Wait, what's your cool though?
And this is a -1.
So 10. Yeah,
That's still good.
10's
Respectable.
still good. Yeah. Because I think that was a cool kid thing to say. So yeah, on a 10, gain 2 attitude
Nice.
as you diss both of the other people in your group.
This isn't helping us sync up, you guys.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through, like,
And
looking for
right
sync.
now, it's sink or swim. Don't you think?
Eh,
Do you even have the ability to gain
I don't
anymore?
have any room, but I
Mhm.
needed
Would
to
you
say it.
would you like to pass an attitude point to somebody else?
can I
Sure.
have it? Can
How
I
many you
please?
got?
I have 3 right now.
Oh, okay, who else has? Anybody have lower than that?
Oh, yeah, give it to him.
All right. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Sink or swim.
Mhm.
Don't listen to her, Kenny. You're fine.
Uh,
And that,
well,
that should
On the
absolutely-
phrase
Yeah.
sink or swim, does everybody have an attitude to spend to combine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's going to be the phrase for today, and it can change.
Hmm.
Okay.
But on its
Sounds good.
time to sink or swim, you see the fox glow
That's a pretty good
brighter
title,
and
too.
redder
Yeah.
Hmm.
as everyone else moves out. And so here's the mech as it's going to be today. You see the Gila monster pop into 2 separate pieces as its head forms one of them in the front, and it pops up, splits apart into 2 legs. You see the fox mech slap down over top of it to form the torso, and then you see you're the chest and the head, and then you see the scorpion mech come out and split into 2 pieces with its tail flying up into the air. As this happens, the snake mech also has its back half pop off as it slots into place as the other leg. You see the bat coming as the scorpion forms the hands of the mech snapping onto either side and clacking around on the rib cage with the legs.
Hmm.
And then you see the bat come flying in from over top, landing onto the back of the mech and wrapping around like a cloak with the wings. And then you see the fox head pop up, have a face come out of it with a little fox motif over top of it, with the bat ears snapping to either side of it.
It's a fox bat.
And then as you do that, you see the 2 tails flying through the air form into 2 scimitars as they land in the mech's hand.
Alright.
I like it. Question. So, which 2 are the legs, or which 2 are the arms?
You are the legs with
Elias.
with Kenny. Elias
Oh,
is the
okay.
arms because two
Okay.
scorpion arms.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do we all
they go like this, and then the hands come out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're-
That's how the
Not
toy
just
works.
The
pictures.
claws are more like very fluffy sleeves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. It kind of peels back. Do we all sit in a center chamber now?
Oh, absolutely. The
Just
chest,
inexplicable.
the chest piece is a la Megazord. The chest piece is the back of the bat, which has like a little viewfinder window on it, and all of you are sitting in that spot as we zoom in on the mech.
Mm.
I don't know how that works, but fuck it.
How did we all get in this one big room thing?
You are asking
pan to
too
it.
many questions. Everything has been topsy-turvy and what the fucky. We just got to accept that robots snap together like Legos, and we are about to kick some robot ass, or giant rock ass. We are a giant robot.
Right.
Oshin like leans over like the front of the glass and like looks down like, holy crap, we're like 50 feet in the air.
As you see the Zord the mecha, the super mech, kind of trot back and forth, getting a feel for everything and getting a little loosey goosey.
You should sit back, Oshin. Don't want you to hit rock bottom down there.
Attitude point.
Well, I think we just fight this thing then.
Let's do it.
Kenny,
All
do you
right,
want to be
How does this work?
like? Yeah, I think we can all roll as it is now, but it'd just be us controlling the mech, correct?
So the way that this works is you're all controlling the mech. As long as you have the attitude to spend to do combined attacks, you can do that with each other. Or while combined, you can unleash your ultimate attack. But I feel like that's the last thing you do because pacing.
Yeah, of course.
So
No, do it right now.
The
That'll do
button
it.
isn't even available yet.
yeah, sure. It hasn't like sprung
Lit
into
up.
the cockpit like us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Addie is just gonna like sort of take control of things really quick, charge in because she knows how to use the scimitars, and she's gonna shout, "Kick rocks!"
I can't give you any more attitude. Keep going.
Yes, I have one slot.
There you go.
All right, I'll give you an attitude
Thank you.
for your teenager one-liner.
Mm-hmm.
Kick rocks. Yeah, but I'm attacking.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Make your attack, and it's going to be plus fit, which for you should be a 1 right now. Yeah?
Yes. It is actually kind of hard to see in these glasses.
Oh yeah, I
Sorry.
can't read it all.
You take mine off.
A 10 total. You get to pick 2. Deal damage, force target where you want them, take something from them, dodge and avoid your target's counterattack. So this thing is charging up right now, and it's going to shoot a laser from its center directly at all of you.
Well, we're gonna attack and avoid.
Okay, attack and avoid. All right, so go ahead and roll me a d6.
A singular sort of d6.
Ow. Let's see. Team member deals on d6. Can't take 9. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you do that, and you dodge the blow and deliver it a glancing. I'll say you've dealt 1 point of damage to this thing so far, on top of the 4 that you dealt earlier. You should have like a +1 for being combined. I feel, at least to the damage.
Also, do you think that Daredevil might apply to my just taking over and rushing in?
Yeah, sure. Why
wouldn't
not?
get
What
any
would that
attitude.
do?
Huh?
It's her thing, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you
Oh,
roll
actually,
twice.
This wouldn't work. Well,
Okay.
because I rolled a 9. 7 to 9 gives me +1 on my next roll. 10 gives me attitude. Don't need attitude.
Mhm.
I technically rolled a 9, but with the addition, it would have been a 10. So maybe not.
Okay. And that's fine. That's a filler up later when you need it. You're doing pretty well right now, though, so I wouldn't worry too much. Plus, you
Yeah.
dealt the damage, and the thing tried to
dealt
hit
the
you and
damage.
miss. It's going to be swinging back around with its club this time. Who's going to go next?
You want to defend, or you want me to try?
Eli was just going to try and get 411 on its weakness. That's what I was going to do. I was leaving the fighting to the fighters, really.
Sure. You want to get the 411?
Sure, to try and find a weakness.
This thing is definitely alien or magical. If you were going
So
to
it's a
help, it would count as roll weird for this, and
Okay,
you can
yep.
absolutely give help in the form of sharp if you would like. And we can count this as a teamwork where you both roll, and you can spend attitude to make yours the roll that works.
Sure, okay. Then I'll roll that. I'll roll twice because it's a cult, right? Or no?
Is it a couple-
Oh yeah, if you're getting assistance, go ahead and roll twice. Although you've already beat a 10 at this point
Oh, okay then.
with Oshin.
I'll just roll and see what happens. Yeah, that's fine.
So
So yeah, if it's sharp, like puts it at 10.
yep, you can ask me a question about this thing. Forget the 411. And if anybody has anything that triggers on Get the 411, you can also do that. Of the two of you, there are moves for it. I'm not sure either of you have it.
No.
I have the option, but I did not take it.
Okay.
So,
All right.
So, you know,
So
go
what
for
do
your
you want to
question.
know about this guy?
I'm looking for a weakness, trying to find out where that power is generated and seeing if we could even maybe disable that attack or if there's some sort of weakness we can hit.
You notice as the shine filters off of this thing that it does seem to have a brighter core center slot in it. It looks like that might be its power source.
Okay.
That it was protected before, but in order to grow bigger, it kind of exposed itself.
Okay. If I relay that information, does that, give a +1 to the next attack or something?
I'll give it a +1 to damage
Okay.
on the next attack for knowing its weakness.
Cool. Then, Eli is looking through the computer. Is like, okay, all right. Yes, there's some arcane energy coming from there, and at the same time, Ocean, what are you doing tech-wise?
so I've got like a console in front of me, and so I'm like it's sort of like tracking on different parts of its body, like little crosshairs are giving off readings, and so yeah, I sort of give the same conclusion. Like it's right here. It's got like a flashing tracker on the center of its stomach where that power source is coming from, and I think I can get us to lock on and help aim our attacks right there.
So
All right,
as you have the one view screen pulled up with Elijah, and you're punching through to there, and you've isolated the source of the energy, you swipe that screen over to God, I keep wanting to call you Billy. I'm sorry, Oshin. You swipe it over to Oshin, and Oshin immediately grabs and does a little twisty motion, because all of you immediately already know how this mech works for some reason. That's how these shows work. And so as you do that, you notice a crosshair appear in the main center window on that point and just start flashing towards it as a weak spot. Okay, so that's set. This thing is still striking out at all of you, and but it doesn't have enough energy to actually do anything on its own yet. So next person to make a move, go ahead and go.
I imagine Kenny will be like, "Hell yeah, let's get in there."
All right,
I had a pun and I lost it.
go ahead and roll a kick some butt.
Oof.
Ooh, that is not going to work. You could spend, let's see, your kick some butt is a 5 there. If you have 2 attitude to spend, you can make it a pick 1 and not a failure, but as it goes right now, it's a failure.
Yeah, I'll spend 2 attitude.
Okay, so you can choose 1. Deal damage, don't take damage. Take something from the target or force your target where you want them, which is
Yeah, I was going to say, because this is my move, does that mean our armor is based off my armor?
The mech already has 2 armor. The super mech does
yeah.
not get a +1, it gets just 2 flat.
Okay, so the armor I got doesn't apply to the super mech.
No. But the super mech has its own armor, which is pretty good, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Listen, less damage is always good, but I'll trade and do more damage.
Okay. Are you going to try to hit for damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d6. You're going to deal +1 with this. So 5 total.
Nice.
It soaks 2, so 3.
Okay.
And then it is going to... Wait. Yeah. And then it's going to go ahead and swing at y'all. And it gets immediately soaked.
Yeah. Kenny gets the arm up to rob its momentum, blocks it. He's like, "That's a hard rock life for you."
Take an attitude point.
Also, Addie's gonna go. All right, Kenny, you can do it. Give you another attitude point.
Fine.
Once again, James,
so
you're not
I know,
allowed
I
to
know.
do this. You're not allowed.
I need-
You're not allowed.
I
No, I
need
like the reactions. I like them.
much in the same way that Denitra needs to learn to be meaner and happier about it. I need to learn to be happy when I give you all attitude because you're doing what the game asks of you, and I am
Exactly.
proud. I'm also upset, but I'm proud. And with
I
that,
like it.
But I thought this was your wheelhouse. I thought this was your big nerdy wheelhouse.
It is.
Love,
It
you
doesn't-
should love it.
it's just a reflex from years and years of pretending I don't love it as much as I do.
Gotcha.
So you,
Embrace it.
well, we will, won't we? Huh?
Whether you want to or not.
Yep. And with that, you are able to soak the attack of the enemy while also dealing it a bit of damage. We have another move coming up for y'all. What do you want to do? Anybody got something they want to try? You're still locked on, so I'm going to keep that +1 going forward. This thing is looking, let's see, 10, 3, 4, 1.
Carry the 7.
1 + 2 + 2 + 1. 1 + 2 + 1 + 1. No. This thing is looking staggered. It's done the whole back, dropped its club, and it looks like it's reeling. If I could recommend something, this might be the time for you all to do your final attack.
All right.
It looks like
Is
it's
anything
delayed
close?
enough that we can get the whole momentum, not momentum, but the whole like cycle of our move set where we have to do our little choreographed dance and everything. It has to be stunned long enough, otherwise it'll.
It's
Yeah.
it's flashed to the thing and then to your mech and then to the things, just staggering and just like.
It's time for the fatality. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say that they just she's like, all right, let's just give it all we got.
Okay.
I like it. I got us locked on. I know where to hit.
All right, and since this is the fox form of the mech, the finishing move I would like to be determined by Michelle.
Oh shit. I decide how we smack it.
You decide what this version of the mech's finishing move is.
Shit. Okay.
For the record, for all of you and for anybody who's watching, rather than saying that there is one Red Ranger and they always get to do the cool thing, I'm going to Aquarion this for anybody who is familiar with the show. The central part of the combiner is going to change depending on whose episode it is, and so it's going to have multiple configurations and multiple final attacks. Michelle, what's
I like
yours?
that. Okay, well, obviously it starts with a bunch of sword flourishes, and you get that $30 billion double man, whatever. I like.
Double dollar.
The double dollar
Yeah.
man. Yeah, no, we all know what you're talking
This is
about.
Trigon.
Yeah. But the noise, it no. Yes. So it's doing the whole slow motion with all the sword flourishes.
We'll have music next time.
And it's gonna be sort of like the sword flashes. The mech is turning, so the sword flashes are going around us. We'll do 1, 2, and then we'll do a jump and 1, 2, and actually hit the guy.
Is this like the double swing into the spin, jump up, turn double swing type deal?
So it's kind of like we're a top. So the swords are going and then you keep turning with the momentum and do a little jump. So that they hit the second time.
Almost like a spinning dance move with the sabers. Yeah, I got you, 100%. And as you do that, you notice each time that the blade comes across down, there's a little red slash that comes out from it. Yeah, you get laser blade slashes because that's how it works.
And then the second two are.
Yeah,
And also the swords hit.
yeah. And so as you do that, you see the two red lines go through it one way, and then on the second spin down, it goes through it the other way, and a glowing red X appears on the front of the enemy. And then we get a nice little scenic shot of a model on a cliff somewhere, and it doesn't look as cool as like the suit or anything, but then you see it just go and explode.
And we have our back to it.
And then you're back to you guys. Yeah,
That was awfully exciting, don't you think?
I don't get the pun.
It was an
The
X.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't get it, you don't have
Yeah.
to get
No,
it.
you're right. X sighting is good. No, I appreciate it.
I just like that I feel like Addie says that, and everybody turns to look at her, and then she holds her hands up, and they'll go,
Yeah.
Look, I passed geometry, okay?
He copied my homework.
That's awfully presumptuous of you.
Isn't it the truth though?
Not that you would know.
Yeah.
And you hear the ending of the theme song in the background. Radical Robo Rock Rangers! As the thing falls, explodes, and then we see the model explode off on the cliff because special effects are hard.
Yep.
And
Guitar.
Elijah is just muttering to himself, "No fracking way, no fracking way, dude."
Attitude. The rock puns are going to keep coming. They're not going to stop.
I'm actually really proud of all of us for not resorting to rock and roll this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
it was
We did
too
good.
easy. It's too
Yeah.
easy.
All right, and with that, the combat is over. And as with these things, as they always are, we just cut to you guys being out of the mechs. The mechs are gone.
Yep.
We don't know where they go.
We're back in the factory, or
Back at the factory.
Oshin's like, he's the only one who seems to realize that, like, they're just gone and we're back on the ground. Like,
Yeah, not
how
only
did
are
this
you back
happen?
on the ground, you're detransformed. You guys run all into the frame of the camera. It just normal teens again.
So I'm the only one who's like, how? Where did, like, looking for it? Like, where did it go? Where's the
Listen.
explosion? Like, shouldn't there be a whole lot of?
The genre
Sheen.
savvy is hard.
Oh, Sheen, you're asking about it. I need you to do something for me. Don't think about it.
That's gonna be a rough one.
You're thinking about it. You're right. You're thinking about it.
Mhm,
Just don't
mhm.
just don't think about it.
All right, now where's that lady?
Honestly, best not to worry about it. And you see a spinning magnum gun go and transform into shades that she flicks out and throws back onto her face. That was some good work. Congratulations.
All right, you're gonna have to explain like all of that shit that just happened.
I understand. First off, I have a exposition from Diamond list that I'm going to pull up right now just to make sure that I don't forget things.
Good idea.
You all are special teens who had the potential to become, a squadron of special powered individuals that can defend this place. And it does need defending.
How long have you been watching me?
Not actively and not long. I just, I worked with Al and we punched in the finding you because let me start from the beginning. You all might remember I apologize in advance. I'm going to retroactive the name, but she explains the name of the old Super Ranger type troop, and I have it written down. My notebook is not with me today. It is at work, and I could not be sadder because I have so many little notes. But it is 4S squad or 3S squad, and it is it was like
Super Sediment Sentai.
it wasn't that, but it was something. I think it was Sentai Squad, and one of them had to do with. I'll get it for you all. I promise. It's in my notes. It's just I don't want to say it right now because I don't remember.
Sparkling Shard Sentai Squad.
Yeah, so we'll keep it for next time. But she tells us that
Yeah,
SSS squad.
you remember when they were around, and I was one of them.
Do we?
I'm-
Were we like, tail?
Rumor.
You've probably
I'm not-
heard about them, but none of you were around when they were there. But it's kind of like how old X-Men's cool for some people. This is a place where super humans exist. So
I mean, I'm not from around here, so.
yeah, you're from out of town, so
Yeah.
but townies from here might remember that kind of stuff, but nobody talks about it much these days.
Am I obsessed with it?
Oh, absolutely, you are.
Yeah.
They were gem themed.
Yes.
Was there a comic book of it?
Probably, but it wasn't very good. Think
Oh.
like the other Sonic comics.
The bad one.
Okay.
Oh, so like Sonic X.
So Addie recognizes it, but she's like, "Ew."
Hmm. Okay.
She just says, "We fought against an enemy that was trying to encroach on this town. This town has a gemstone source buried deep within the lake. Wait, yeah, it's a lake. Buried deep within the lake that we need to make sure no one can get to. There's a shield over it currently being generated from this place. But if this place were to ever be destroyed," she points at the Sugar Rocks factory, "then that shield would go down. Our enemies would be able to get this power source and they would be unstoppable."
What's the big deal about gems? Why are they a power source?
Elijah just turns his head very slowly, like, "What? Do you know nothing?" He doesn't say anything. He's just like, "What?"
The gems from this town have a particular strength that comes from the source of that power that's buried deep within the lake.
Fake.
Like ley lines? I've read about those. Those aren't real though.
What?
What? Yeah, they're not. It's old like mythology type stuff. There's nothing like science shows like ley lines aren't real.
Oh yeah,
Well, what about today?
it's make drama time. I don't even care if you rolled a 1.
2.
I don't care.
That's okay. You make drama. Your drama backfires. Things get worse, but you still gain 1 attitude. So
Sure. So Elijah just starts yelling, "Ley lines aren't real? Are robots real? Are rocks that move real?"
Obviously, robots are real. Yes.
Yeah, robots were real before that.
I mean, okay, you're right about the rocks. They shouldn't be moving. They do move. You have continental drift, so I mean, rocks can move, but
Even now, no one believes me. That's fine. Keep explaining.
I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
I mean, just like look at all this shit that's happened today. Like, even though I've seen it, I don't really believe it. This does remind me of some shit that my brother was talking about like back in the day. But other than that,
yeah, if your brother is how many years older than you?
he's a couple years older. I don't remember. Right
He was
now.
probably like a kiddo when this was going down. So yeah. He's probably like 5, 6. That's about, I think, what I set the timeline at. So with that, yeah, you remember, and she says, "Yeah, I'll just continue explaining." So what ended up happening is that the Quad S, with me with them, ended up being able to stop this villain and shoot him on a meteor into space. But of course, meteors have elliptical orbits. I thought it was going to take 20 years for him to come back, but it only took 17. I don't know how he did that.
Let's just throw Nidhogg's eye into the canyon.
What goes up must come down, I guess.
Attitude.
Thank you.
And more than you know, this place has been protected, but they can try to do small encroachments here and there. They are able to send meteors down onto the planet with their minions to try to control things. I don't remember much more about it. Something happened that day that made it so that I can't remember everything, but I will say that I'm the only one of us left. And so there needed to be new teenagers because the powers only work for teens.
Hold up.
Yeah,
So-
double hold up.
When you say
So-
you're the only one left, did the rest of them die? Are they dead?
Also, if it only works for teens, how old are you?
I'm older than that by at least 17 years. So
Kenny, don't ask a woman.
It's a
her
legitimate
age.
question. If
Yeah,
it only works for teens, why is it working for her?
Thank you. Only works for teens is 30 something. No, doesn't make sense.
all right, look. It can work, but it's
Just called all of us out.
Yep.
it can work, but it's dangerous. You don't want to morph after you are no longer a teenager. It can do terrible things to you, permanent things.
That's all,
Yeah, like
that's all you had to say.
Like Midwest con circuit. Oh, that was mean. That
Who
was
tries that?
mean. Never mind. I didn't say that.
Wow, we are still
it's
live.
know what
It's
you're
recording,
talking
yeah.
That's on the internet forever.
Clip
I
it,
don't
I don't
paste
think
it.
anybody knows what the hell
please.
you're talking about. So.
So, did we ever see her she never transformed, right? She just had
Yeah.
the gun?
No, yeah,
She
she used the gun. She never
Yeah. Okay.
transformed.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, no, she hasn't transformed before.
So her
at least that
outfit-
you've seen. Her outfit's just a
It's her
cool
own
outfit.
choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a whole ass choice.
Hmm. Respect.
Respect the drip. She looks good.
It's hard to pull off a fedora.
It
Yeah.
is. It's very hard, especially with glasses and a balaclava. Are you kidding?
Okay, so
So-
did she answer
Yeah,
the
so about the
question?
death
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I knew. I don't know what happened to the rest of them.
So they just mysteriously disappeared
I would
after
have
your last battle or something.
I would have to assume that they didn't make it through the fight. I remember hitting the button that shot the evil fortress into space as a meteorite. I remember things going black. I remember waking up. I remember being alone. And that's all I remember.
And you just let that be for 17 years?
Well, no,
What else
I've,
could she do?
I've been doing research and trying to find things out this entire time, but I thought I had more time, and it turns out I didn't.
Okay. Why was the choice to just throw them into space made?
Because it was the only way to get rid of them. We weren't strong enough. And unless I help you all get stronger very fast, you might not be either. Al is there. I'm a little busy now that things are the way they are, but I will try to help you when I can from time to time. Try to learn your powers, grow together as a team, find ways of merging and fighting and winning together, and become whatever your team is going to
Come what
be.
you must.
Become the legacy that solves what we couldn't.
The Warriors of Rock.
Rockness.
So that was Warriors of Light and then Warriors of Darkness?
Mhm.
Is that... Okay.
Yeah, become what you must. I just.
Come what you must.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Gratia is a rock.
Yes. It's true.
Yeah, I don't get the reference either.
Coincidence? You decide.
Okay. All right. Is that it? Should we go talk to Al, or are you here? Are you listening?
How do we
He just presses the
train?
button.
I've been here the entire time.
How do we get
Okay.
stronger?
Keep learning your powers, keep growing and training, become the radical Robo Rock Rangers that you can be. Which, by the way, sorry, I forgot. While you all were fighting, we cut to a tiny person. We cut to a shot of like a la Godzilla, someone looking up at the sky at the fight and going, "Look at that radical Robo! It's beating up that rock! Rangers!"
Yeah.
Some
Excellent, guys.
second guy just yells Rangers after it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calling for the park rangers or something.
Yeah.
Call,
Exactly.
call the Rangers.
Yeah.
cut
We are in
to
the
a hockey
Midwest.
team going, what?
Who? What? Huh?
Oh, you guys are super vague. Like, that doesn't tell us what to actually do. We didn't even know how to turn the shit on until Ocean turned it on, figured it out.
Yeah.
But you've learned it.
You can look at it.
But you've learned it, and you were able to summon your weapons and your mechs. You were able to do a numerous amount of things perfectly well with each other. I think I have more than enough confidence that going forward you will be able to become a very tubular team of teams.
Thank you.
That was a T also, but, you know, wrong sound.
Okay.
To thank you.
Thank you.
Totally.
Yeah, you go.
All right, attitude.
All right. Now this makes sense, right? It's the power is inside of all of us,
All
and
of
this is
you-
just
She looks and says, "We had to use the Al ran an algorithm to find all of you specifically. You just so happened to all be in the same place today, which of course shouldn't be a coincidence. All of you have a certain resonance with a particular type of stone or gem that makes it so that you are able to summon these powers within yourself. At least for the next few years, safely."
Interesting.
Elijah is just nodding along. Like,
She
"Mhm."
she motions to you, Adelaide, with the hold on.
Addie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Addie. Do I have
More
your
like
stuff?
Aggie, right? For aggro.
Hey, I took up for you earlier. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, but you also called me out on having a spear earlier, saying I had a tiny dick. So I figure we're even.
That checks out, I think.
Addie with Ruby, and the ability to have courage in the face of adversity. She gestures to you, Elijah, and says, "Elijah, aligned with Platinum, to be able to heal the wounds of
And
the
he
soul."
starts saying the exact same words that she's saying.
Yeah, like in tandem.
Yeah.
Works in auric field to heal the wounds of the soul, and is a connective element.
I told you. I keep telling. I'm sorry. And he just stays quiet.
Oishin, with the ability to enhance his insight and mental agility beyond what a normal person could. Deja, Amethyst, the ability to curb overindulgence and assist one to give up the unhealthy habits, while also creating a powerful resonant field that helps one remain clear and centered amid all negativity.
That doesn't sound right.
No.
She's
And-
gotta go to work too.
Kenny,
It kind of does, actually.
I
Ken-
mean,
Kenny
haters
with
are haters.
with the
Yeah.
ability to magnify the power of the sun to create an overwhelming amount of energy to stimulate growth and go beyond your current experiences.
I am pretty jazzed up most of the time.
Yeah, that tracks.
All of you have a particular truth to you that resonates with the stone that has picked you. And that gives you the ability to become gem warriors with robots who have...
In
you're,
disguise.
you're going to need to figure out a team name. I can't do that for you.
Okay, I'm sure we can like brainstorm it. You know, since we're gonna have to like hang out with each other, maybe I could get your guys' numbers, and like we could maybe tomorrow like eat
We
lunch
just use the
together.
sunglasses.
Oh,
Right.
In the 90s, we don't have cell phones.
That's
Right.
true. No,
Yeah,
he was
without
he was asking
landlines.
for your landline phone numbers, which is what
Yeah,
we
it's
used to do.
Yeah.
Well, you got mine already because we do study session on Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but I meant the rest of you.
Yeah.
Stop dropping stuff.
She
No.
you notice that Diamond goes and pretends to check a watch. I have to get going, but you all did great. Congratulations, and don't use your powers for evil. And she runs off.
That was very insincere.
Wait, what time is it?
How do we use them for evil?
Wait, what time is it? I got practice.
shit, I got practice too. And my fucking car.
Your
oh my
car
God.
is fucked now. It was outside when the rock guys came.
Oh my God.
But that's okay. It'll be fixed by, next
Yeah.
episode, because that's how that stuff works.
If only we had someone on the team who liked to fix cars.
I have a question.
You also have a dad with a lot of money.
Yeah, but I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How much do you think that will set Daddy back?
The front bumper falls off.
Oh, shit.
Well, it depends on the damage inside. The bodywork shouldn't be that bad. It's just a lot of scratched paint. There is that dent in the back where you hit that other car.
Kenny picks up the bumper.
You know, I'm just gonna say that like a rock monster like sat on the car and hope for the best.
They probably have that on camera at school, right?
Yeah. Well,
We could go steal the footage. We probably should go steal the footage.
Yeah, because it definitely shows us like believing we're all supposed to be in detention.
Yep, but you guys said
What?
it was okay.
Once again, I think that the rock monster probably could give us an excuse. And I mean, if you hitting that car is on camera,
But-
then the rock monster's probably on camera too.
But we all have these glasses on in that footage. And
Yeah.
if I know anything about superheroes, it's that we're supposed to keep secret identities secret.
So
get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Come on.
it's still functional. It's still drivable.
Yeah, I know it's still
Looks
drivable.
rough.
I say, wait, hold on. I have an idea. And do we have like within the factory? Is there anything where like a lab or electronics or anything like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you request that, you get Al saying, "Oh yes, the combination to the door is," and whatever it is that would be the Captain Crunch. Do.
Okay, so he inputs the code into like the special like hidden door, slides across,
And you
there's, like,
all
an
see, as Oishin just is talking to Al, and it's just one-to-one communication. And then he just goes over to the wall, touches something, and a console comes out, hits a few buttons, and it of a door opening in the wall. And then you see humming to life your own secret base, fit with bells and whistles and no modern amenities.
Yeah, if they said we had to protect this place and it's creating a shield for the lake, I figured there's got to be more to it. But I have another idea. Give me 15 minutes. And so I would like to try and invent a video scrambler.
Okay.
Something that I can like point at a camera and
Sure.
it'll just erase whatever the camera has recorded.
And that's definitely how
A
cameras work in movies.
Magnet.
Yeah, it's a big magnet.
I mean, that's what it is. It's just a big dumb magnet gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Addie doesn't know this, but you said when we were handed the glasses initially, they looked normal.
They definitely
They-
don't now.
Okay, when we were on camera at the school, did they look like?
Normal.
Okay.
But did you want to go ahead? Is this a use tech or an invent roll for you, Oishin?
Yeah, so I'm gonna invent something either in a workshop. So I roll
Sure.
plus sharp.
Go ahead. That's a 7.
So-
How much attitude do you have?
So that adds 1 for my sharp, so that's an 8. And I'll spend 1 attitude to bring it to
7 and 9 is the same success. So if you spend 2 attitude, you can make it a 10.
okay, so
on
I'll spend both those.
Okay. So the tech works exactly the way you want it to. So you made yourself a video scrambler.
Okay. And it has a drawback of I guess limited uses.
Sure.
We only It only work a couple times. Probably 2 or 3 cameras we can shut down.
Okay, sounds good to me. Remember that you have that because I won't.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, these radical Robo Ranger teens make their way back to town amid the disaster and damage. And is there anything else anybody wanted to do before the end of this? And I'm actually going to say we should probably call the session at this point rather than trying to start another setup.
Well, then we wanted to do the part with the school. And we can...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll continue.
Kenny is sitting in the front seat holding Deja's bumper.
Did anyone take any damage and still has it?
I believe that Philip might have as Oshin.
Yeah, like 1 damage I think he took.
Yeah.
I took 2.
Took 2.
Okay.
Didn't it get
Well-
reduced? It got reduced by 1.
Yeah, so
It
it was
did.
1 total.
Over the course.
And then I took it. And then I took another.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well then, well, this is perfect. As we're in the car, Elijah's, fumbling through his backpack, and he gets out this crystal that, looks kind of quartz-like, and he's just like, "All right, everything is real." And he kind of holds it out towards you, Oshin, and he says some words. You don't know what. Well, actually, you might know what language that is. It sounds very Arabic.
Want to charge my crystal with me, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Says something in, you said Arabic?
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't know
Yeah,
Arabic.
it's whatever. So,
Okay.
uh-huh.
No, keep going. Sorry.
Oh no, but Kenny, you definitely recognize this, I think.
Okay.
And so I use an attitude to heal you for 1d3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, 3.
That's a 3. So
Hey.
you're healed up to full.
And so
Oshin-
it kind of. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you're healed up to full. Oshin, go ahead.
Cool. So it pulses and glows, and then you start to feel better. Like it kind of gives you this aura, and then it breaks and shatters in his hand, and he goes, "Well, that's all right. Well, it did work though."
Are you okay?
Which one are you pointing at?
Elijah with his hand with the crystal that just burst in it.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
If
It just crumbled.
if you're bleeding, please put your hand out the window.
Side.
Or,
You have
Yeah,
worse
I-
issues
look.
with your car right now.
look. As I'm thinking about this, we need to get our story straight because after we do whatever to the cameras, so what are we gonna say? Are we gonna say that we just stayed in detention and then we all left after the commotion started?
I mean, I got a good one. The window is broken
Mm-hmm.
already, right? So we could, and like rock monsters are on the camera, so we could say like, rock monster threw something in the window and we left. We just got scared and left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, story set.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for holding my bumper.
Yeah. So yeah, Kenny's just like drumming on it slightly, like
That's what she said. Did we do That's What She Said in the 90s? I don't
No.
That is. Yeah, we did.
We never did That's What She Said
Yes,
in the
we
90s.
did. Yes.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
no, that's what she said. I feel like is like a 95 plus thing or 2005 plus thing.
Like, just because it was on Scrubs, it doesn't mean people weren't saying it earlier.
It was on
Okay.
The
Wow, the
Office
earliest
first
is
off.
1975.
Oh.
'Tis what she doth quoth.
Saturday Night Live, Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
And often, repeated uses in Wayne's World. Yeah, it's 90s.
Ah,
100%.
damn it, all right.
Now I remember it. Yeah, Wayne's World.
Well, I guess if it's within the rules, attitude point. Wait, did you say it in character? You didn't. Wait,
No, I
you
did.
Okay, yeah, attitude.
Totally did. I think I'm still capped out though.
That's fine.
So yeah, so
Who
Kenny
knew
was
the
just
rebel
singing,
had the most attitude?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny was just singing House of Pain or Jump Around by House of Pain while they were driving back.
Jump up and get down.
Get up, get down.
Urban Dictionary says, "That's what she said" is a fun way to work sex into any conversation. Okay, Urban Dictionary.
All right.
Maybe you should
Thanks
go
for
by
the
what-
tips.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Fun
the
slash
tip.
but
annoying.
never mind.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in me.
It's okay.
All right. With that, I think driving slowly back with the bumper, you all are able to erase the tape, make it so that... Should I make you guys roll to keep your power secret? Not at this point. We'll get to that later. I think the creating of the device and the usage of the device overlays the keep your powers secret roll. So since it was a success there, I'm not going to ding you on another roll and give you a chance to fail that. That doesn't make much. Make much narrative sense.
Right.
So with that, you are able to wipe the tape, and going forward, you have some work to get done. And I think that is going to be the end of our episode, unless anybody else has something they wanted to do in character for this session.
I can't think of anything.
Not in particular. I mean, she's not going to drop everybody off at their homes because she's just like,
Oh, yeah, they had to get back to school anyway. So,
Yeah.
So Kenny probably left the bumper in her back seat and ran off to practice.
And as all of you are separating out your ways, we see a GTA original games style bird's eye shot slowly panning up from all of you separating out. Oshin to go aim at the camera, Elijah to probably go replenish crystals, Kenny to run off to practice. I assume Deja also has some practice at this point. And Addie, I don't know where you go. Do you know?
Okay. Well, Addie doesn't like to go home, and I've decided that she likes comic books, so she's gonna go to comic book shop, which is
Comics and cassettes.
Comics
Your
and
hangout.
cassettes.
Yep.
Yep. Just
Okay.
gonna go there.
And so you slowly make your way to comics and cassettes. And as we pan up further and further and further, we see a shot of the Earth, then a shot of the moon, and then we see a shot of a comet with a tail behind it, slowly moving at a rounding course near Earth. And we see a dark room filled with jagged rocks and 5 figures. One of them stepping out, shining a very dark brush metal. It says, "Do not worry, my Lord Mercury. And he goes, clang. Titanium. We'll see that our next attempt is not a failure." And as you look panning up to this gravel rock throne, you see a shadowy figure leaning sideways. No real form to be seen. It just says, "Be sure of that. I won't tolerate failure." And then we cut.
I thought it was gonna be chrome.
Roll credits.
Titanium's better.
I had chrome on the list of options, and then Tiki was like, "What about titanium?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then roll credits for our first episode. Congratulations, everyone. You survived.
We did it.
Yeah.
It's good to know
Do we
you
have
survived
a-
the pilot.
You survived with attitude.
Hey, you know what?
Yep.
Surviving the pilot, some characters don't.
yeah, it's true.
We all remember poor Shiro.
Yeah.
The original one, not the...
Yep.
Yeah.
Laundry's done.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. There's stuff going on in the house, and
Wasn't
Tiki
that
never
bad.
shuts that door. All right, so that was our first official episode of Radical Robo Rock Rangers. How does everybody feel about their characters? Is there anything you like, don't like, feel like you're going to maybe change going forward? We can always switch things up for the pilot a little.
Being mean is hard, but I'm trying my best.
I think you're doing just fine.
I think I'm going to find a way, if it's okay, to, with my scythe, like, have it as a weapon, and then, like, either split it in half, so it has 2, like,
Fangs?
fangs,
Mm-hmm.
It
or
could just be
maybe,
a double-bladed scythe, too.
Yeah, I was thinking,
That's
or the other end.
ridiculous.
It's like when I have the one
In
scythe,
this
I can
show
do a
about Robot
special
Warriors.
where it sticks out the backside, so like it's a double-edged, not double-edged, but yeah, it's like it makes her like an S shape. You
Okay,
can spin it
okay.
in a circle.
I see. Yeah, no, I think
call
there's
that a double
definitely a
thing.
way you could do that.
Yeah, like that S everybody drew with the 6 lines and you just connect them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be so
three.
maybe one of those
Draw
two.
three.
Probably the
Connect.
double scythe. But
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Um,
no, that sounds great. What?
Don't we have like a thing we're supposed to do at the end? Be like, did you accomplish your goal?
So here's the thing. Usually empowered by the apocalypse, yes. However, there's not much of a leveling system in this game, and you all don't have goals set yet.
Yeah, we do.
You do?
I have an obligation.
You have obligations.
Oh, there's a goal at the
At
top.
the very top, your goal. Mine is get something done by going against the rules.
Okay.
And I
Oh, yeah.
solve
Well-
a problem in a strange or offbeat way.
Okay. In that case,
Overcome a physical challenge.
alrighty. Well, in that case, I will definitely say that those are your ways of leveling. So,
Because there's a little section about you need like a check box, right? That's like,
Yeah.
did you do at least one of these things? Okay, you can level.
I thought
so
that was a thing,
Yeah.
and I was sad that
when
I
it
couldn't
says
find
like end of episode, so it's like, did you defeat a monster or boss?
it. You did.
Did you foil the villain's plans?
What page
Probably
are you
not.
guys on so that I can see this too? I apologize.
It's the one. So for me, it's the second page. So the basic moves, kick butt, get the 411, and then the next one has rolling, damaging conditions, episode moves.
Oh. Okay, cool. Thank God, I was so worried. All right, so yeah, episode moves. So let's see. Did you defeat a monster or boss? Yes, of course you did. This is a Power Ranger show. Did you foil the villain's plan? Yes, you did. Did you
Well,
use
did
it?
we? I mean,
What,
I was thinking we don't even know what the villain is yet.
I mean,
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm gonna say that you guys did because the villain's plan you knew was to destroy the factory.
Blow that thing up.
Oh, that's true.
Did you use a team power? You did.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
it did.
Did you become a
It's
better
early.
team?
No.
Mm.
No, we did
I
not.
say no,
not.
you didn't. And did you accomplish someone's goal?
Yes.
Yeah, certainly.
Solve a problem by using knowledge and research.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did.
If you
And
say
then-
yes to 3 or more, you can upgrade. So what that means is at the end of an episode, you can mark one of the following options, and I think each of you gets to pick one. You can either increase a trait by 1, and you can only have 1 in any trait without being transformed. And you can make or take a new move from your playbook. So, what would everybody like to pick? Thank goodness. I was so worried. I didn't see this part of the thing as I was reading through all the other stuff, and I was like, usually empowered by the apocalypse, you have the ability to level. I feel like I should be able to get more moves and do more stuff, but... Okay, cool. So, yeah. Let's go down the list. Aaron, what would you like to do?
I was just trying to see what we can gain again real quick.
You can either increase a trait by 1, can't go above 1, or you can take a new move from your playbook.
Ah, gotcha. That is a good question. I might take an additional move. Yeah, I'm gonna take an additional move.
Okay, cool. All right, going down the list, that leads us to Charles next.
Yep, an
Which one are you
additional move
taking?
for sure.
I'm gonna take one for the team. When you work together with your team and it goes bad, you can take the negative consequences on your own. Nobody else in the team will be affected.
That's true, because if you fail as a team...
It makes that noise if you fail as a team.
Hi, everybody. I'm James, and my wife's very busy in the background. I apologize.
It's not that loud.
No, it's not.
Good. I need to come off my freaking push to talk. That's why I have it on in the first place. So, let's see. You are going to take a move. Charles, what was it you wanted to do?
I am taking a move. I am taking the move Paranormal Investigator, just to annoy you.
What is
Yeah,
that
when I
one
get the
do?
411 on something, I can make a guess about its alien or magical features on a 7+.
I
am
have
right.
to say it's true. Dang
Yeah.
it. Yeah, no, I remember that one. Okay, yeah, sure. Got it.
Magic is real, I swear.
I mean, it is. I guess. All right,
Yeah.
next on the list is going to be Denitra. What would you like to do?
So what am I doing again?
You are choosing an upgrade. You get to either increase a trait by 1, you cannot increase a trait that is already at 1, or you can take a new move from your playbook.
I want another move.
Okay?
I want I know a guy.
No, you can't. Yes, you can have that one. When you said
It's
I
perfect.
want, I was just like, meh. All right. I know a guy who will fix my car.
Yeah.
All right. And Michelle, what would you like to do?
Smartass.
Smartass. Okay.
When you talk back to an authority figure or an opponent, clear 1d3 damage.
Wow. Is that once per scene or?
It doesn't say anything more than what I read to you.
I'm probably going to impose a limit on that. I hope you don't mind, because you're going to be sassing the entire time regardless. You don't need to be
Sorry.
immortal.
Sorry.
I mean, you could
Well,
like as a reaction or something.
I think it'll work well with Daredevil because it's like
Yeah.
when you do a dangerous stunt and like put yourself at risk, you get cool shit.
Oh, yeah,
But
there's-
also talk back so you don't get murdered.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It'll come in clutch, I'm sure, as I learn how to bend the system to my will and make it more dangerous for y'all. But this was opener episode, so there shouldn't be any danger, really, because once you all learn your powers, the power creep is that you absolutely blow through whatever you're fighting. All right, Philip, what do you have?
So I'm going to take the move Huge Nerd.
Okay.
And so it's whenever I deliver a one-liner that incorporates technobabble or nerdy references, I gain an additional 1 attitude.
That's a good one. All right. And so with that, everybody has upgraded at the end of the game for today, and that sets us at 8 o'clock. Not nearly enough time for us to run again, but we will be running again in 2 weeks, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
What day is that?
that is going
16th.
Yep, the 16th. So thank you, everybody, for playing. For anybody who watched, thank you for watching us. We hope you had a fun time. We definitely did, and I hope you all had a fun time. I certainly had a fun time directing
For
this
sure.
opener for you.
Yeah, thank
you for running,
James.
It rocked.
We're out of session. You don't get an attitude point.
Oh, I do have a question.
Mhm.
Next session, next episode, if you will, do we start with the attitude we had, or do we drop back down to 1?
It says
Drop
start
back down to
one.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is just as well, because it would be boring for you to start with 5 attitude.
Yeah.
You've got nowhere to go.
That's very true.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. And you just start at the top.
Also, every episode's basically kind of a bottle episode. Next episode, I have a title for it, in case anybody wants to know.
Ooh, do we get the next to be
Next
continued?
time on.
Oh yeah, next time on
Robo
Radical
Rock
Robo Rock Rangers is and that is our theme thing. I don't know if you could tell from I
I'm gonna clip
actually
it.
I've been thinking about this. It's been a
you
week.
can tell.
So anyway, with that in mind, truly the Rangers learn to use their powers while also becoming more of a team. But sometimes teams can get in the way before helping. And there's a picture of Kenny and Dan butting heads. It says, next time on Radical Robo Rock Rangers, rock out with your hawk out.
Hi! Who's Dan?
My rival. He's captain of the field hockey team.
Gotcha. So, next episode is yours.
Yep. And with that, please look forward to it, everyone. I can't wait for 2 weeks to come. We're going to have a few things going on. I do want to give a shout out. I'm going to show you guys a little preview of something here because I can't do it on the screen, but I want to show all of you. Kaylin has not. Kaylin, I have commissioned a friend of mine to do some art for us on this, and she has one piece fully done. The other ones are still on the way, but I'm going to go ahead and just post it into... well, let's sign off first, and I'll show you guys later. But we're going to have some character art, so please look forward to that next time. I hope to get some templating in place. It should be fun if I can learn how to bend GIMP to my will. Don't read into
That's
that.
a sentence.
And have a lovely night, everybody. See you later.
Good night, everyone.
It's going in an
Bye.
April quote.